Hello everyone, welcome to episode 56 of Cyberpunk. I hope everything's great with you today. Thanks very much for being with me. Let's do the housekeeping first. Now I've got some comments as bullet points on my iPad. You know I do this. We'll be talking about those during today's episode. But I've picked out a couple to get us started with here. These are things that I've picked up on from what happened in episode 54 and also 55. And yes, Hassan is there in the slide today. I'll be talking about him in a minute. But first, stumbling upon the life pod from Space Force One, I have a mass of questions, largely rhetorical, I have to say. I'm not fishing for answers here from people who know the future. They've been bothering me all week though. The prime question is, why did Songbird escape in a life pod, it seems, but not President Myers? Surely Space Force One had more than one life pod. Even if it didn't, or if they all malfunctioned bar this one, why would the only working pod not be used for the person of the President of Noosa? Next question, what exactly unfolded on board in the moments after the surface-to-air missile hit? Is Myers harbouring secrets about what happened between her and Songbird at that point? And why wasn't Songbird prepared to stay on board? What was her motive for abandoning the President and the crippled spacecraft? Was she ordered to leave by Myers, or did she take it upon herself? And if the latter, then that gives a whole new reason why Myers might be sending Reed after Songbird. So the next question would be, did Songbird kill the random guy at the life pod landing site because he attacked her? Was it self-defense? Or did she kill him because he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and she wanted no witnesses to what she'd done? Because I'm fairly sure she is responsible for that corpse that we saw. Also, the actual landing was rough. The trajectory of the life pod had been changed. So Songbird managed to select a landing site away from the main crash site. Now we know that Hansen, his men, Barghest, made a beeline for Space Force One. They were under instruction to do so. So how was it that Songbird was captured by them if she landed in a relatively deserted part of the city? All of these things raise an ultimate question in my head about Songbird's motives and loyalties in all of this. Now the second thing I wanted to mention was Reed. Alex had a conversation with V in text form and warned V that in her assessment Reed has not changed, and she should know. He's still a Noosa patriot who will sacrifice anyone and anything to achieve an objective. We think that objective is rescuing Songbird on behalf of Myers, and that ties in with what I was just talking about. I would be surprised if that was the whole story, given the other events we've just discussed. Alex was hoping to see some change in Reed, but instead she senses his capacity for deviousness, his unreliable support of others, is still there and is a thing to be remembered when dealing with him. If we're right about his attitude to loose ends, like Taylor and Jacob, what's to stop V and Alex becoming loose ends themselves once this Songbird mission is complete? In particular, Alex warns V that Reed is not someone who V should see as a friend. That's fine, because that is pretty much my take on him too. I want V to be friendly to him, but not to attempt or assume actual friendship that he can depend on. That could get him killed or compromised at least. And that's the first part of today's housekeeping. So for the past 3 episodes I've been posing a question towards the end of the housekeeping based upon subjects that have appeared in the comments from videos and also from things which I've been giving thought to over the course of the playthrough. Now you need to remember here that I'm working ahead of myself by an episode, so I'm referring back to episode 54 here, where I talked about the two sides of Johnny Silverhand and whether he is objectively the legendary freedom fighting rocker boy or the self-centered terrorist in orbit name who tried to bring down an entire corporation because of the personal hurt he felt over the loss of Alt Cunningham. Your responses on this were really interesting. Several people pointed out that the lore from the TTRPG game explains more fully who exactly was masterminding the Militech attack on Arasaka. Obviously, that level of information is not available to me, and hence V, in-game right now. Maybe there'll be more about it later, I don't know. I've mentioned in the comments in response to people on this that I do intend to get hold of a copy of the TTRPG book and read it end to end after I finish this playthrough before I start my next playthrough. So yes, my Fem Corpo V, as you may think is appropriate, is going to be so much better versed regarding the workings of Night City than Nomad V was when he began his campaign. But back to how we should think about Johnny. The version of events we have in-game is largely based on Johnny's recall, which we know is imperfect. It's been noted in the game at least that Johnny's memories are also incredibly cinematic. He is always the hero. And there are two theories about why this might be so. One is the engram glitch, we'll call it. The radiation from the blast, the damage his body took before being soul killed, contributed to corrupting his data. That and 50 years in Mikoshi has permitted his mind to fill in the blanks with his own massive ego, in which he is the central figure. But the other theory here is that there's been tampering. There's a strong theory that Arasaka modified his memories deliberately in order to make him believe he was the mastermind of the attack. Now, there are other theories too about how the bomb originated and what the motivations were of Arasaka in all of this. But it still leaves us with the question, is Johnny Silverhand a heroic figure who was part of a movement striking back at what he saw as the most evil corporation in the world? Or was he just a bitter, vengeful individual who attached himself to a cause because it gave him the vehicle he needed to settle a personal grudge in the most horrific and disproportionate of ways? Sometimes the questions have no straightforward, simple answers. It's the act of asking the question which is the important thing. It shows that we're thinking about where the truth of these things lie in our own minds, rather than just accepting the generally held belief about a person or a thing. And on that subject, I have a new question for us to think about. It's one that's come up several times right through the playthrough, and as with most things, V, Johnny and Alt for that matter are at the core of it. The question is about the ethics of the soul killer itself. Is it a digital resurrection or just high-tech mimicry? The very concept of soul killer introduces one of the most unsettling psychological dilemmas in the entire Cyberpunk universe for me. Is an engram actually the person it claims to be, or is it merely a sophisticated hollow recording? To those who believe in the technology, like the high-level Arasaka clients seeking to secure their souls, an engram is a genuine continuation of being, of consciousness. They argue that if every memory, every personality quirk, every neural pattern is digitised with 100% accuracy, then the resulting construct is indistinguishable from the source person. From this perspective, the program of creating engrams isn't just making backups, it's a literal conquest of death, allowing a human mind to survive indefinitely in a digital heaven, if you could want to call it that, or a new physical vessel. It suggests that the soul is nothing more than the sum of our experiential data, all we touch and all we see, to paraphrase Pink Floyd. And that data can be moved, it can be stored, it can be rebooted. On the other hand, skeptics and those like Alt Cunningham argue that the process of soul killing is exactly what the name implies. It destroys the original consciousness to create something that is purely an incomplete copy, a digital simulation. For those people, V isn't talking to Johnny Silverhand, he's talking to a highly advanced ghost made of code that thinks it's Johnny because it has no other frame of reference. And this raises a terrifying prospect. If the original person dies during the upload, which is what Alt has alluded to, then the resulting engram is just a philosophical zombie, a program that mimics human behaviour so disturbingly perfectly that the casual observer cannot tell the difference. This debate becomes deeply personal because of the implications for V and Johnny, of course. If V chooses to pursue Alt's option and become an engram to, in inverted commas, survive, is he actually continuing his life, or is the real V dying on that operating table while a digital copy walks away in his skin? I would be very interested to hear from you what you think of this, particularly the ethics of it, and whether it truly represents immortality or just a shop window version of it being sold to desperate rich clients by a greedy corporation. Over to you. So what's the plan for episode 56, I hear you ask? At the end of episode 55, I spoke at length in the outro about how personally challenging, morally compromising I found the Hassan situation, how this second of Mr. Hand's gigs for V left us with a kind of binary no-win choice that either way resulted in a sense of personal failure and compromise, the almost certain demise of Hassan in the option that I chose. So in episode 56, with some trepidation, I'm going to tackle the third of the gigs that we have to do for Mr. Hands in order to earn his help with getting entry to Kurt Hansen's Fortress headquarters. I've also a couple of other quests to weave in from my journal, and if any other opportunities present themselves and can be fitted in as we're going along, then I shall be alert to those too. But first, let's recap the events of episode 55. In episode 55, in order to secure Mr. Hand's help in locating and getting to Songbird, V agrees to complete 3 specific gigs for him. These gigs are intended to boost Mr. Hand's reputation and also to further prove V's professional reliability to Mr. Hands. One gig he's previously completed, Waiting for Dodger, in which he rescues 2 bumbling NCPD officers from a tense standoff. In the second of these critical contracts, Prototype in the Scraper, Mr. Hands wants to retrieve a high-value Zetatech prototype that was stolen during a convoy ambush. The tech is rumoured to be a Kiroshi buster capable of dominating the ocular implant market. The mission begins with V infiltrating a massive half-finished skyscraper that's been turned into a fortified scavenger den. After neutralising guards in the lower levels, V discovers that the asset is actually Hassan Demir, a disgruntled Zetatech engineer who stole the tech to use as a valuable but desperate bargaining chip for a new life. In a move ironically similar to V's own situation with the relic, Hassan has permanently implanted the prototype in his own eye socket to ensure that he couldn't easily be robbed. After V uses the door code to free Hassan, the pair retrieve the accompanying schematics for the ocular implant and leave the skyscraper. Upon reaching a quiet balcony to settle the terms of Hassan's freedom, Hassan desperately pleads to be allowed to disappear into the shadows of Night City. However, V remains focused on the larger goal of pleasing Mr. Hands and finding Songbird, and opts instead to call Mr. Hands to report that the asset and the man it's attached to at the moment is secured, sending the coordinates and effectively consigning Hassan to Zetatech's ultimate revenge. A heavy silence settles over the balcony as Hassan realises his rescuer has become his captor. When Mr. Hands' mercenary finally arrives, V turns the terrified engineer over to be processed and returned to the very corporation he's betrayed. With the asset and schematics passed across, V leaves himself just one further job to do before Mr. Hand's cooperation in locating and getting to Songbird can be won. So let's get moving. Practically, given that there are 2 jobs left in the journal for Mr. Hands, I only need to complete one of them, but it might be good, it occurs to me, to impress the heck out of Mr. Hands by, if possible, doing both. Whether I shall fit both of them into this episode depends upon what else we get up to and how long things go on. So okay, let's hit the saddle and hit the trail. Good morning everybody, it's 5:20 AM. I have been to a local drop-off point, I have sold and dismantled weapons, got rid of junk, reduced my weight. Even though last episode I said it's incrementing my weight because every time I do certain jobs I get the bonus of some points towards increasing my carry capacity, I still like to keep an eye on it. I don't want to be caught out by that if I can help it. Just before we start off, two things. When I spawned this morning, when I reloaded the game, this was in front of me. Two things have appeared. There's a red drop over there and there's a car job here for Cap. Now, in the comments recently, someone said that there's a lot of off-grid content creeping into episodes where I've said the focus is going to be on gig or said the focus is going to be on storyline. Yes, there is. The thing is, when I say at the start of an episode we're returning to the main storyline, we will return to the main storyline, and some of the content of that episode will be story focused, but not all of it, because as I said in the start to this episode, I like to stay alert to the possibilities that the game presents. Here are two of them right in front of us now. Now, I'm not going to do both of them, but I'm certainly going to do one, because just to ignore these things when they pop up I think is equally bad as focusing entirely on the storyline or entirely on just doing gigs and not worrying about the storyline. It is a blend, you know, it's a thing that evolves during the course of the gameplay, the episode. I set out with a plan, an idea, an intention, but it changes. Everything is subject to change. If I say we're going to have some gig content in an episode, there is some gig content in the episode. Just as with the storyline, if I say we're going to do some storyline, we do some storyline. But it's not exclusive, is the point I'm making. Actually, you know, sort of 50 odd episodes in, I was quite surprised that I'm still getting comments of this sort saying, you know, oh, you're ignoring this, or oh, you should be doing more of that. By now, the pattern is set. And it's rather like a jelly. The jelly is made. You know, you can put ice cream with it and consume it if you wish, but it's not going to turn back into what it started with or from. It's done. The recipe is baked. So, with that said, in a moment, I'm going to take on one of these two things. But first, and you can probably see it showing up in this side panel there, the first activity proper that we're going to do today is this one. It's the gig called New Person, Same Old Mistakes, Meet with Bill in the Glen. Now, Bill Mitchell, if you remember, is one of the two NCPD officers who got themselves into a fix. And I say got themselves into a fix because it was self-inflicted. They tried to be a little bit too clever in their role. They tried to play both sides, I think that's fair to say, and it backfired spectacularly, and they found themselves kind of trapped in a lair waiting for retribution to be meted upon them, if they did but know it. And I was tasked by Mr. Hands on behalf of Bill's fiancée to get him the heck out of there, which we did. It turned into a bit of a firefight at the end, nonetheless. Objective achieved. So when I got Bill out of there, there was the question about what was going to happen next, and then I got a text from Bill saying he'd come up with an idea. And now we have this. New person, same old mistakes, meet with Bill in the Glen. Let's read Johnny's take on this. Well, well. Word from Bill Mitchell. I wonder what brilliant idea Mr. None Too Bright has come up with this time. I think it's a little harsh. Maybe. Let's read the red descriptor text for Bill Mitchell. Bill Mitchell. Bill is the epitome of mediocrity. He has mediocre dreams, mediocre needs, and his overall life is pretty, well, mediocre. His attempts to break out of mediocrity are plain to see. He joined the NCPD because a friend said he should, and Bill never learned how to say no. Bill's mediocrity turned out to be exactly what the NCPD was looking for. At work, Bill met his love, muse and confidant, Stella. Occasionally, they manage to time their shifts so that they can spend an evening together in their small unit at a mega block. Bill then looks at Stella and ponders, am I good enough for her? Oh, that's very sad. I wasn't expecting that at the end. Bill, come on, guy. I mean, she sees more in Bill, I think, than most of us do. I think that's probably safe to say. Right, so, which of these two things am I going to do? Well, it's going to be the car, because doing gigs for Cap, they're just entertaining. He's an intriguing character, and I want to get to know him better. This car appears to be guarded by, would you mind if I reveal your identity? Voodoo Boy Malfini. Okay. So you're not going to let me just take it, are you? I wonder if I can sneak away in. I know I'm going to be entering via the passenger door here. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, someone in the comments said that some of these gigs are timed and therefore I might find them stressful given my driving ability. Yes, I know this. It has come up before, actually, this business of the time pressure of these gigs. I'll do my best. What can I say? I don't know if it's possible to fail the gig if I don't do it in time, but we'll find out, won't we? Oh, this is not going to go well. He's bound to notice, don't you think? But I've not tried stealing a car when someone's been standing there looking the other way. I'll get in. Oh, he noticed. Let's go. Just drive, V. Don't just sit there. Oh.
They're in.
Hi.
Great.
Yeah.
Now grab the delivery cords and drive.
Show me the delivery cords then. Where have I got to go? I'm going the wrong way. I'm already going the wrong way. I've got to turn round. I'm going to get shot at if I go back down there. Oh, I've got to go back down here. Oh, I am being shot at. Maybe I can just sort of run away here. Let's try this, shall we? Neutralise or lose. I lost them. I tried not to neutralise them. Now these people don't know who I am, so they're not going to be worried by this, are they? No, that's alright. There's my red drop over there, which I'm going to ignore. I am going to ignore. Can't do everything, but, you know, it's nice to be reactive to things that pop up. I've got to go around this corner. Oh, now someone's taken exception to me. What did I do to you, for goodness sake?
Something else. Client's got a strict deadline. Seems he's on his way out of NC.
Oh.
Need you to Delta Skelter.
Oh, God, there's a timer. Okay, this is why I've been practicing driving, everybody. Strap in. I'm going to do my very best here. Don't get in my way, anybody. Ooh. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm never going to get this. I don't even know where I'm going. I didn't look. I haven't got time to look. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mind the doors. Okay. The clock's still ticking while I'm stuck in here. Let me out. Go, go, go. Oh, steady. He probably wants it in good condition. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. No stopping for NCPs. NPCs. PDs. Oh, I've crashed into a tent. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I bet that's dented the front of the car. Right, come on now. Come on, you've practiced this. You can do this. Just focus on the road. Keep your finger hard down on the trigger. Take the corners early. Watch the minimap and make sure that there's nothing in your way. This is a nice straight road. This is really good. 1.9, 1.8, 1 minute 22. It's going to be very tight, this, isn't it? There's a corner coming up, Clive. Clive, there's a really sharp corner coming up. Oh, dear. Oh, my heaven. Oh, the tail line stopped. Is that it? That can't be it. Oh, God, this is slippery. Oh. Where am I? That's because you took your eyes off the map. 1.4 kilometres, 51 seconds. Can this be done? Just drive as fast as you can now. This looks straight. This is a straight line. Go. It's going to be very close. I don't think I'm going to do it. This car is doing 91 kilometres an hour. There are 900 metres to go in 30 seconds. We might do it, you know. Oh, God, there were people there. I'll look at those on the way back. How are we now? 600 metres, 20 seconds. This is going to be perilously close. Come on, come on. 15 seconds. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Oh, man. I've failed. It does say optional. Deliver it before the time runs out.
I don't think you got the assignment fee. Gonna have to dock your payout.
I was like 1 second.
But I'll take the hit. In a forgiving mood for once. My man will take care of the rest.
I was
Check the
one.
drop point, your reward. Just don't spend it all on XPDs and glitter.
Well, you're talking about it. I'll be lucky if I buy a cup of coffee. Oh, I did do a bit of damage to the vehicle, though. Oh, that wasn't too good. No. I think I could have done a bit better there. The thing was, I took my eyes off the road to look at the minimap, and that's when I hit that concrete bollard. And the other thing was, I don't know when the clock started ticking, because I wasn't actually looking for a clock until he said, another thing, you need to get there quickly. And then I looked up and there's a clock ticking away. I reckon I missed that by 1 or 2 seconds. Darn it. And you know this business about saves that people asked about? I could, couldn't I? I could go back if I used to save, if I was that sort of person, and try and do that and get there on time, now that I know. But no, this is fun doing it this way, ending like this with a crumpled car and a reduced reward and a lesson learned. That's alright, I don't mind. There's a box here. This dude's standing next to it. I bet there's nothing in it. I might be able to buy a cup of coffee. Yeah, there's the bonus thing. Oh, hang on. I've got the MA, just under the stories complete, 70 HB tier 5++ power light machine gun. I've got the RC Barbaroga, beg its pardon, handgun muzzle brake tier 5. It won't guarantee a shot on target, but it will certainly help. I've got a Kappa tier 5++ smart pistol, some tier 5 components, 10 of them, metal power revolver. I think I've picked one of those up before. A money shard is only 4,000 eddies, but you know, I think I've got like over 2 million eddies now. A skill shard for headhunter. That's good. Some tier 4 components, some tier 3 components. So that wasn't too bad, was it? But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry about the car, Cap. I'll do better next time. I will do better next time. I will try very hard to do better next time. Now, I spotted something there. So, I'm not going to run all the way back there. Let me call a vehicle. Oh yeah, something I've decided to do in this episode as well is to get Jackie's arch out of storage. That's if I can call it. I think because I'm near a dead end there, I might have to get further away before I can call it. Let me try that again. Oh no, it's here. It's turned up. Where have you been? Keeping me waiting all that time. Took you ages. The last time I rode a motorcycle, out here as well I think it was, things did not end well. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to put it behind us. A bit like the job we just did for El Cap. It's all a learning experience. Now there was definitely something. There were some bodies that were lootable back down here. What I do need to do on my map, because I'm going to return to it, is go back to Crest Street. And I have a reason for this, which I'll explain to you in a moment. I was planning to make a return to Crest Street sometime during this episode, and I think now's the time to do it, before things get too busy. Where was the thing where the bodies were? I could have, you see, I would have stopped normally, but with the timer running, no. I can ignore NPCs. There it is, there it is, there it is. Stop. Nearly went past. Alright, let's get off and find out what on earth's gone on here. I can ignore NPCs, but I prefer not to. I'll take the milkshake. The body is not scannable. I've got bodies here. I've got several bodies here. And I'll take the Matapan coffee. You're not going to be scannable either, are you? No. Someone's going to be scannable, I'm sure. Aha! I have a shard. Automatically validates the decision to stop. I've got some eddies. That makes up for the fact that Cap gave me a bit of a deduction for being tardy. There has been an encounter here. I've got a lot of bodies. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to come to the shard in a minute. That's a rather nice tech sniper rifle. I think I've got one of those already, but they're worth a bit when you sell them off or dismantle them, so I'll have it. No, nothing from the body. I'm going to look at the shard when we finish looting. Tier 5 components, Tier 3 components. Another body. I'll take that. And another body. With some food. Alright, now look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 young ladies. And one guy. Also deceased. That's weird. This must be... I'm guessing this could have been the vehicle they were travelling in. Although, was it? Where would all of those people have fitted in a vehicle like that? That's an interesting question. Oh, another body. 6. Okay. I'm taking the food that they were carrying. They're in, I'm going to say, various stages of dress or undress, aren't they too? Which is really strange. Alright, Shard. Reveal your secrets to me now. Aha. Archive conversation, Charlize Fury and Dakota Smith. Charlize. We lost them, but our ride's dead. Dakota. Give me a full status report. Charlize. Peter's dead. They killed him at the lab. Zero was fried by their netrunner. Dakota. This was supposed to go smoothly. Charlize. Max is wounded, but hanging in there. Dakota. What about the carriers? Charlize. We have the girls, all artificially fertilised. They're only 1 month pregnant. Miscarriage shouldn't be a problem. Dakota. And the tail? Charlize. They've been on us since the lab. Sons from Biotechnica won't let go, but we managed to lose them through the farms. Dakota. And what about the car? Charlize. Need 5 minutes with it. Don't sweat. Dakota. Charlize. Charlize. Yeah? Dakota. Worst comes to worst. Ditch everyone and save at least one of the mothers. Good heavens above. Is that what she did? Oh man, Biotechnica. Every time I hear the name Biotechnica now, they're up to no good. Oh, artificially fertilised, only 1 month pregnant, miscarriage shouldn't be a problem. And they're being pursued by Biotechnica. And the instruction was to ditch everyone and save at least one of the mothers. Oh, shudder. I literally shuddered. And it's just random, this thing, isn't it? It's literally just random. On this road. I guess I could have played the entire game and never found it. Wow. Okay, back on my bike. Incidentally, while I was moving the camera there, open stash. I don't want to open the stash at the moment, although I could and put some weapons away. You're quite right. Just while we're driving, the business about the aiming sensitivity that I mentioned in the last video, especially when using my sniper rifle, I noticed it is apparently, and I've done a bit of digging, due to a recent patch to the game which has caused this issue with sensitivity being heightened when using certain weapons. So I've been into the menu system and decreased, and I'm looking to see what it was I wrote, the zoom sensitivity multiplier all the way down to I think 0.2. I've got mine set at now, and I fiddled with 1 or 2 other settings too, just to make sure that nothing really bad was happening. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. When you've spent like 50 odd episodes playing the game, you are used to the way that weapons behave, and then when they don't, because they focus, if you like, the way in which the camera, the aiming behaves, alters. It's a bit of a shock. There's something going on there, which I'm not going to stop for because I want to get back to my digs. Yeah, I think I fixed it in terms of the little tweak. It's not perfect, but it's much more like it was before. There's still little things that I have noticed, like when I'm looking down the scope and then I come away from doing the scope, sometimes the movement feels sluggish. I'm not sure why that is. For a second or two afterwards. That could just be me imagining it, I don't know. I'm not one of those people who complains about these things. It's purely an observation. The intention is always to improve things. And sometimes while we're improving things, other things go a bit awry. That's life, isn't it? Ends up the person who never made a mistake. And my scan is complete and I'm out of here. Let me get back to my delightful apartment. I keep calling it an apartment. I like the way it makes you slow down, by the way, when you're coming out of there. There's a kind of speed restrictor on the controller that you can press the controller to go fast, but it won't let you. Right, now I need to be a bit careful. There's always stuff happening. There we are. It says I've got to go down to it. That doesn't surprise me. And we're nearly there. Wondering where to park now. I think I'll just go around this corner and park on the entrance. No one's going to mind. Lovely. Dude, look after my bike for me. Aren't you the guy who was looking at the rubbish last time I was here? Perhaps he does it on a routine basis every day, just to check and see if anything new's arrived. Take me to my luxury apartment. The lift is open. 8. Let's go. The thing about it was, I mean, I managed, I think, using the scope with the tweaked setting on it, you know, the changed setting for a little while. You can adapt to it, but I definitely do prefer it when the camera isn't quite as fast in its response. Right, now I've come back to my apartment for several reasons. One is that last time I was here, I didn't do the thorough exploration of it that I intended to do later. I made an assumption that was contradicted by people in the comments. I assumed that you couldn't actually sleep at this apartment, and apparently you can. It's simply a case of finding the right mattress. I think I've checked this one. Old mattress. But I believe there was also one at least, in the Oval Office. So let me just go there. I'm in the Oval Office. I have a mattress. Now, why did I not notice that? I was going to say I noticed there was one over this side before, and I scanned that and saw nothing. This is the one that I should have spotted. Yes, I can sleep here. Good, that's very good. The other thing is, whilst I'm here, I want to check out the bathroom, because as well as sleeping, showering is important. And last time I was in the bathroom here, it was dreadful. It's the worst bathroom I think I've encountered anywhere. And with the possible exception of Judy's bathroom after you know what, I don't try not to go here. It's just not pleasant. I mean, I know that people use this as a bit of a stopping off place. Broken. I know it's broken. See, there is plumbing. We do have pipes. But the shower, and there is a shower. Can I get in? I can get in. Nothing happens when I stand here. So the shower's got to be broken. And therefore, if this is a proper apartment, I must be able to fix the shower. How on earth do I fix the shower? The pipes don't scan. I mean, the pipes do go places. Where do they go? Oh right, so there's like a boiler on this end, and then where else do the pipes go? That pipe goes outside. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Waterizer, a furnace. Oh, let's speak.
Okay, what do we got?
A furnace? I just answered that question. And... okay. The waterizer status is functional, but the connection is severed. The conclusion is, judging by the architectural design, it should supply water to all floors of the building. Right. They've got levers. There was one of these in the bathroom, but it didn't sort of highlight saying...
Seems functional. Pipes seem badlands dry. Wonder where they lead.
That's a very good point. These pipes were made in 2062, which isn't that old. Empty, unused for a long time. You mean nobody's ever stayed here who's a plumber? Here we go. We are following the pipes. Now that just disappears into the nowhereness. That stops, sort of thing, so that's not it. That's the one that goes over my head back into the apartment, I'll be guessing. Kinda, yeah. So where does the rest of it go? It doesn't. Where does the one go that goes into the apartment then? Yeah, you. I'm looking at you. This side of it disappears into here, where I can't go. Oh, look at that lens effect. Being caused by the grating. Isn't that clever? Wow. I'm not one of these people who's a massive fan of lens effects. There are certain movies, and I'm sure you can name a few yourself, where the effect is overused, shall we say, and I find that immersion breaking, especially when it's something like a western or, you know, a historical film, and suddenly you get a lens effect coming in. You think, yeah, but that's sort of incongruous, you know, given the setting. It reminds you that you're watching a production rather than immersing yourself in an actual drama that's unfolding. I'm not a big fan of that particularly, but that was nice. I like that effect there because it's not really a lens effect, it's just a lighting effect. And now it's kind of changed again. That's beautiful. Right, anyway, I was following pipes. Where do my pipes go? Have I got any pipes in here now? Yes, there they are. Yeah, I know it goes to the bathroom. This much I know already. Okay. Is it offering me the chance now to actually scan the pipes where I couldn't scan them before? Yeah. Yeah, that's a toilet. We know a toilet. It's the shower I'm trying to get working. So where? Hang on. They also go this way. Oh, I've been there. Oh man, I don't know where I'm going. I've just got to look around, I think. Oh. Ah! Here's the water pipes from the corridor. Yes! I've got you. Homemade water pump. Yes! Homemade water pump. Parts varied. Type homemade. Connection pipes. Right, I can fix it with a comment because 20.
Master cylinder. Someone wanted to connect water to the upper floor. Let's finish the job.
Just did. We have water flowing. 98.5 psi, 12.22 dm cubed. That must be the flow rate, I would imagine. Does that mean I can have a shower now? Have I just fixed the shower? Oh, I might have fixed the shower. Look, there's a symbol now appeared saying shower. I mean, it's filthy. Yes. Okay, those are the two things I wanted to come back to the apartment for. Now, what I'm going to do is go to sleep and have a shower, and then I'll meet you downstairs, okay? And we'll talk about what we're going to move on to next. See you in a moment. Right, back downstairs. I have slept, I have showered. As you can tell, I've got the XP and health benefit clocks running. The thing about the shower is, it's just awful. It's so dingy, that shower. I get that the water hasn't been on for a long time, but you're not telling me all of that green gungy stuff that's in there is purely from passage of time. I don't think anyone's ever cleaned it. I didn't find any cleaning equipment in that apartment, and I'm still using the word advisedly. So I spent very little time in the shower. It was in and out. I got wet. I got dry. Whilst I was in there, I tried not to think about the surroundings, and I did think about Soul Killer, though, a little more, and something else which I didn't mention but needs featuring in this ethical debate, and that's Alt. She created Soul Killer, and yet now she wants to see Mikoshi, the digital depository of all these engrams, destroyed, razed to the ground, because she realises it has become a prison. The technology's been perverted, it's being used for the wrong purpose. And It raises the question, ethically, of whether humans can be trusted with a technology of that sort, or whether it should simply not be allowed to exist. We're just not wise enough. I know we're in a dystopia here, but still, interesting thing to think about. Right, I have reselected Meet with Bill in the Glen, as you can see. I'm going to get back on Archie. I'm going to check on the map. We've got the usual sort of dog leg to get us out of where we are through the checkpoint. There's an NCPD gig there, which I may just highlight because I haven't done one of those for a while. Reported crime too. We've got to go across the bridge, left turn, and then we find ourselves up here in the Glen. New person, same old mistakes. New person. So is this a police station or not? Also, I noticed my weight is 200 out of 424. That's okay. And I've got over 2.25 million eddies. Wow. Right, Archie. I hope you're still talking to me and you've not been talking to the other bikes about my dreadful driving recently. We don't talk about the accident. I shouldn't have bumped into those vehicles when I was delivering that car for El Cap there, though. I get the feeling I failed by a few seconds, would you say? 1, 2, 5 maybe? No more than that. One bump was all that it took for me to lose that time. I would like to think... I was about to say, I would like to think the next time I do it, I will do better. Let me just pull over here.
Turn back time.
Ooh.
Find a way to stay out of here.
So you died.
Oh, good point there. Find a way to stay out of here. I hate seeing people in the game waving knives around like that. I've dealt with a few of them before now, as you know. I'm going to leave that guy. But I think I may have told you the story about when I was at college and a friend and I went to get a late night takeaway. It wasn't a sort of sit down takeaway place. You went in, there was a counter, you ordered your food, you waited, you took your food home to your flat, your digs, your room, wherever, and ate it. That was the plan. We got in there, we were the only two people in there, quite late at night, and some guy came in and took a knife out, rather like the one there, and said, "Hey, look at this." And we were absolutely petrified, as you can imagine. Yeah, I didn't eat much of the food when we got back, and my legs were like jelly on the way back. It was something we talked about. Obviously we thought, crikey. The guy put it away. He was just showing us the knife. He, wasn't brandishing it as that guy was there. He wasn't sweeping it through the air or anything. But still, at different times, obviously back then. But still, there are days in your life where you don't remember them. 10 years from now, will you remember today? Will anything exceptional happen today? There are many days like that out of the thousands and thousands of days of our lives. But there are also days where you get up and you don't realise that something's going to happen, and it may only last 2 minutes, and this did. We were in and out of that place as fast as we could be. And that thing will stay with you for the rest of your life. You'll never forget it. Really strange thing, isn't it? Right. Now, I was about to say, there was me. I say I don't use saves to correct mistakes. You saw what happened. I failed. In my mind, I failed that gig because I didn't get there in time. And the game has, like it was listening to me, said, do you know what? Before you just go to see Bill in the Glen, how about having another go? And it's put a car here. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the opportunity. Also, I'm going to scan this person who is a scav. And therefore, I was going to sneak into the car like I did with the previous and just drive off with it, but you're a scav, so I won't do that. One less scav in the world. And I'll loot you as well, just to add insult to injury, literally. Focus fire. Thank you. Right. Now, these gigs seem to fall into three sorts to me. The one is the ones that are timed. The other is the one where you have enemy combatants who don't want you to get where you're going and will do anything to stop you. And the third is the ones where presumably nothing happens. I guess there could be a fourth, where there's time and enemy combatants. I wish I hadn't thought that. I'm getting in. That hasn't helped. Yes, Cap.
All good. Let's go. Check the courts.
Oh, you see, let's go. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like that could be timed again. How far? 2.6 kilometres. There's my NCPD gig, which I'll probably do on the way back. Therefore, because now I've got this to do as well. Okay, at the moment it's all about preserving the car's quantity, quality and general appearance. I want to arrive with a car, just the one, intact, looking the way it looks now and no worse. It's not brilliant now, let's be honest. Why would anybody want this vehicle? Has to be the other question. Now I said that I would do that on the way back, but if this isn't a timed gig, I'm just wondering whether I can actually, and this will irritate some people I'm sure, pop out of the car, do the reported crime, and then get back in the car and continue the gig. Let's see if that's a possibility.
Yo! Skedaddle, Joe!
Hey! There's a time and place for driving quickly. Yes, it's just round the corner, the NCPD thing. And I'm getting no warnings of time. So, before I get one, I think I'm minded just to park up and go and do this. I think I shall. So what happens if I get out of the car now?
I gotta go.
Oh. I wonder if the car will still be there when I come back. I can get in it, certainly, at the moment. Let's leave it there and see what happens, shall we? I don't know what to expect here. I'm worried now that the car's going to disappear while I'm here. It's not showing on the map, but it's certainly there on the road with a... Well, it is showing on the map, because it's got that eye sign on it. Alright. Excuse me walking in between you. I'm trying to find a location. Oh, there's a drone. Neutralise ongoing threat. I will ping the drone. There are people. Okay. The Wyvern drone affiliation Netwatch is guarding a body. These people are just here spectating. Right, Wyvern drone, you can go away. Okay, I think I've neutralised the ongoing threat. Because that was the threat, by the looks of it. I've scared off the locals, that's good. And now I can approach the bod. Tier 5 components? Goodness me. €87, but an archive conversation more importantly. Let's read this. Archive conversation, Nina Cello and Lucy Thackeray. Nina, Lucy. Lucy! Lucy, come on, pick up. Lucy, sorry I was asleep. What is it? Nina, took some lead, was in Dogtown, past the wall, scavenging gear, and that people shot me. That general or some. Bleeding heavily, you gotta help me. Lucy, where are you? Nina, dunno, track my biomon. Lucy, I can't, where are you? Nina, they must have turned it off. Lucy, who? Nina Cello, where the are you? Nina, dunno, there's some homeless people here, but it's dark. I really don't know. Lucy, so ask them, ask someone. Nina, flicking you coordinates and the pass file. Lucy, you sent me the wrong address. You get that? Send me your current location. Nina, Nina, answer me, I'm begging you. Nina, Nina, please. Oh, good heavens above. Man. Oh, new job, reported crime, roadside panic. It's not far away, is it? Let me find out where it is. Where is the new job? Just under the story, take the vehicle is there. Roadside panic, 128 metres away. It's no distance away. Go to Nina's hideout. Her name was Nina, and she died alone, terrified. You'll fill in the rest of the story, V. Oh, I've got to do this. I've got to do this. I don't know if my vehicle's still there. It is still there. Is it still going to be there? Maybe it will. I'll come back this way. It's no distance to go. It's only around this corner, look. It's just over here. There's my vehicle. Nobody steal it while I'm not looking. That would be really naughty. Where have I got to go? Below me, it says. below me. Okay. So you want me to do what? It's still below me. This is Nina's hideout. This must be Nina's hideout. Can I jump up there? Apparently I can. Oh, okay. Whoa! She put mines down? Let's just disarm them full stop. I don't think I'm going to be surprised here. This place looks pretty deserted. But there is a... Yeah, maybe I should have a gun drawn here. There is a roller blind shutter thing here that I've got to raise. There's no one here. Okay. Here are my lootables. $11. You had a safe for €11. That is probably the smallest amount of $. I can remember looting from a safe ever in this game. And we have another archive conversation. Job complete. That's better. What you see? Why is €1,986 here and there's 11 in the safe? Let's read this one. Oh gosh. Archive conversation, Nina Cello and Peter Cello. Nina Cello. Dad. Peter. Are you trying to give me a stroke? Nina. Dad, please. Peter. Stop going beyond the wall. Have you learned literally nothing after what happened to me? You think any of those clowns sending you on those runs will be there to help when things go south? Don't be so stupid, Nina. Quit while you're ahead, please. It's not worth it. Trust me. It's just so sad when you find a story like that. You don't know these people, but you kind of get a feeling for their situation, you know? And you think how unnecessary it all is. I have got to get out of here. The sun is shining. You think how unnecessary the whole thing is. Put your gun away. You'll scare the locals. Right. Is my vehicle still there? Yes, it is. Those of you who were saying, you're going to regret this. You're right, I did regret it. But as luck, the game decided it was okay for me to carry on. Deliver the vehicle to the intended location. I shall. Let's go. The stories are so involving in this game. I guess there are people who play these games and emotionally are not touched by them. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. There are people who play games simply for the adrenaline thrill, for the buzz of doing it. There are people who are fantastically into shooting games and things like that, and sports games and all the rest of it, where really there isn't a story element in it at all, and the characters aren't characters particularly that you get to know as people or whatever. But then there's the opposite side of the coin, where you find yourself in a game like this, and even the incidental little snippets of lives that you come across in shards. Who's talking to me?
I saw that coming a mile away, motherfucker.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay, we'll come back to that. I've got to go down here. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. Now, this is where those... Hey, that's unfair. Right, stop. We're not having any of this. You can self-destruct. I'll put my brakes on, because I don't want to be near you when you go boom. This guy, I will get a gun out. And can I shoot at you? Who is he anyway? Oh, I know what I can do with you. Whoa. I could use that little car to get in the way. I'm standing here being shot at and I'm panicking is what I'm doing, okay? Those people who are saying, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? This is what panic looks like. Let me introduce you to my world. Everything just goes blank. And, the things that you could do and should do, you're not doing them. I know it's happening. I can't stop it happening. Gosh. Well, it did say that I could just avoid the people, didn't it? So I'm avoiding at the moment. I'm in avoiding mode. Neutralise or lose. Yeah. It might come down to losing. Alright. This car doesn't go very fast. That's my finger flat down on the trigger. 88 miles an hour, 89. Is it going to make 90? That's fast. Apparently, for this vehicle, this is fast. But then I've only got 420 metres to go or something. Here's my turn. Don't miss the turn. There's lots of traffic. Gosh.
Final stretch now. Just lose the company.
Yeah, have you seen what I'm surrounded by here? I'm trying to thread a needle with an old car. Ugh. Alright. It wasn't against time. It was against opposition. And we've made it. Almost. This is where I've got to drop it off, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I knew I picked the right Merc for the gig.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for the help, V. My chum will do the finishing touches.
Great. Now, I just want to say...
My appreciation's waiting for you in the drop locker.
I hope so. I just want to say the car is not really in any worse condition now than when I got into it. I want to say that the bonnet has never fitted very well. This side fits much better, I think, than this side. This side seems to have a little lump. Just there, look. That's not me. That was like that when I bought it. Honestly, it really was. And I don't think there's a scratch on it that wasn't already there. You know, the pre-inspection report. I'm pleased with that. I think we've done okay. It wasn't against the clock. It was against opposition. It's good practice. There's my discount. I have a Senko LX Tier 5 Tech submachine gun, a new 5++ power pistol. I have a die book, I think that is, handgun muzzle brake, 100% recoil direction reduction, and I've got a money shard worth, drumroll please, 9,000 eddies. Got another one coming, 10 Tier 5 components, a 4,001 skill shard netrunner, Tier 4, Tier 3. Pretty darned good. Now, I'm just going to have a drink of orange and I'll work out where I want to go next from here. Right, I just went into the journal and changed it from doing the third of the Mr. Hands gigs, because I'm going to do that later, to meet with Bill in the Glen, because this is something I want to get done first. There were two people that I tried to help, do you remember? Bill was one of them, Paco was the other, and both of those quests are at a point where I don't know the final outcome of them. So those two things I want to clear up before I do the Mr. Hands gig, the third gig. Right, in which case I need to transport, because I haven't got any now. Do you know what? Why not? We're using some different vehicles today. Let's get the Porsche out. Let's take this to meet Bill in the Glen. He'll be impressed when he sees this. Incidentally, talking about things that have changed recently in the game, because I know that you know, the update caused an issue, as I said, the latest thing. One or two people have reported that their notifications for videos haven't been coming through, and they asked if I could look into it. The thing is, it's not actually controlled by me. That's controlled at YouTube's end when you click to have the bell notification and do the things that you do. So one of the suggestions when I looked this up, you know, what do you do if your notifications stop working? One of the suggestions was turn it off and turn it on again, which, you know, let's face it, is a thing that can happen. But the other one was to try it also on different devices if you can, because I don't know whether it can be device specific or not, but that was something that came up in the comments from people who'd had this happen. It hasn't happened to me ever. Generally my notifications for videos for people that I am watching comes through without a problem, but it can be very annoying, can't it, when you've got something, you think you've set it up correctly and you haven't done anything wrong, and I can say I haven't done anything wrong, but it just stops working for some reason. We may never find out the cause of that. And I've now reached, oh goodness me, there's a nice parking space there. That's very fortunate. NCPD are in attendance here for some reason. I don't want to get involved in this, but I do want to just have a look. Whoa. Oh.
Hoping your common sense will do it for you.
Oh, look at me crossing the road without looking.
Because loyalty. Only thing that counts in this biz.
Now, those are some nice words. But you're still here talking to me. Why's that?
You tell me.
This is the sort of conversation that ends with one of them shouting, draw. Oh dear. Corpos, I would guess, by their dress. And there's been some sort of shenanigans going on there where one feels hard done by. Put out to dry by the other. Perhaps they've not been supported in a meeting and now they're feeling badly about it. Let's go, shall we, round this here corner. Because Bill's round here. Apparently, this is not a police station though, is it? I know there were NCPD there and there was just some scroll on the wall that said NCPD. Dude, do you have to walk 3 abreast so I can't get past? Really? Thank you. I say walk. None of the NPCs seem to be walking as fast as me this morning. Also, for some reason, I can't say NPC today. I apologise for that. I want to say NCPD all the time. What can I say? It's a fault, not a feature. Breakout hot dogs.
V! Hey, V! Billy's best scop wiener's right over here.
Bill? Bill? What's going on? This is incredible. But where's Charlie? You two are inseparable.
Where'd you leave Charlie?
Yeah, he stayed on the force. Keeps his distance. All for the best, I guess.
Charlie's still in the NCPD after that? Oh my heaven. So, don't take this the wrong way, but what are you doing here?
What happened, Bill? The NCPD sack you?
Choom, I sacked them. Had enough. All that stress in the Dodger biz? Think I popped 2 ulcers from that alone.
All right, Bill, hold the deets.
Okay, anywho, brought you here cause, well, you changed my life, Choom. Wanted to thank you.
Yeah?
No, it ain't much, but here, grab some meds.
You're giving me money. New person, same old mistakes. What? Why? I'm just... Bill, don't be a gonk. You don't need to do that.
Bill, buddy, don't be a gonk. Think you and Stella need him more than I do.
Yes!
You sure? Well, all right. You're a good Choom, V. Thanks for everything.
Just remember
Sure. Actually, smells pretty good. What you got on the menu?
For you, anything. What's your flavor?
Well, he had hot dogs because I saw them, and I think I saw pies in the background. I'm going to get some food. Okay, then I can have a premium hot dog. This is the house special. Pickled and smoked pork sausage with original sauce based on Bill's original recipe. Red meat for real connoisseurs. Oh, real meat. Sorry, real meat for real connoisseurs. Condiments. I can't read that. Pico de Gala, is that? And cilantro? Or cilantro? I don't know what they are. Okay. So, are they all the same? No, there's a chili hot dog. There's a cheese hot dog. And a hot dog. I think it would be rude of me not to have the premium one, given that this is the house special. I'll take one of those, please. Oh yeah, just one. One will be fine. I'm watching my weight. Thank you. And while I'm here, I'll have an E-Cola as well, or an I-Cola. Why are they showing differently? This is the blue one, of course. Yeah, I don't know why I'm buying this stuff, because I'm not going to drink it. I'm not going to consume it. But it's role-playing, isn't it? You know, it's fun to do. Okay. Job complete. I mean, I can ask him why. Why?
Scop dock stand. Really think that's a good idea?
Yes, come on, talk.
Gotta stand before I can run a full-on restaurant, right?
You
True, first step's the hardest, but you still gotta take it.
I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm sorry, Bill. This is just more chaos in your life. I mean, it's less dangerous, arguably. and probably less illegal as well than the sorts of things you and Charlie were getting up to, and I can't imagine what Charlie's getting up to. He must be finding another partner, don't you think? Someone else you can influence, coerce. The job's complete. I'm not going to say smells good getting hungry because I've had some food already. They are pies, aren't they pies? No, they're not. They're little Hessian sacks with ingredients in, but they look like pies. In this country we have pies that look like that, trust me. I'm leaving him. Yes, take it personally if you will. I don't care. I want out of here. Get me back to a road. Get me back to civilization. Get me back to the comforting presence of the real NCPD out here on the streets. Yeah. I'm going to need to stop for a second and just check the map. So I will do that to recalibrate where I'm headed to next. Back in a second. Right, I have been into the map. On the map, nearby where we are at the moment, is an assault in progress. Haven't done one of those for a while either. So I've just picked up on that. When I finish this, then I'm going to go back into the journal for the second of the gigs that I want to do before I take on the third of the Mr. Hands gigs. So, I think I can walk to this. Watch out the way, child. I might run actually. It's only 150 metres away. I've got to cross the road and go where? It's not immediately apparent. This is a very busy street. I think it's safe to dash across now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, it is. Just. I can't go that way. I've got to go this way. There are always people in the way when you're in a hurry. Have you noticed that? It happens in real life too, doesn't it? When you're not in a hurry, there's no one. Everywhere's deserted. And then as soon as you're in a hurry, everywhere is crowded, cluttered. So, where do I go? Down the side of here? Apparently I do. Okay, here we are. We're on site. Also, by the way, while I stopped there, I went into inventory because it occurred to me I'd got a knife in slot 2 and I haven't used it yet in the episode, and maybe it's better to have a gun in slot 2 and swap the knife in rather than having to do the opposite and swap them backwards the other way. So that's what I've done there. Who are you? You are scavs again. I mean, it's hardly surprising because we know that the scavs have an affinity, not just for Dogtown but for everywhere else. They've got their finger in every pie you can imagine, and they're scattered here. They are scattered here. David Beamer is the scav with a name. I think it might be advisable to ping at this point just to check and see how many of them we could be dealing with. There's another one there. That's at least 4. There may be others. They could simply be out of range the other side of this structure. So how shall we deal with this? Can I unobtrusively just walk down the side of here? I'm just a person passing by. That's all I am there. Those two are looking at each other. That's not helpful. They're literally covering each other. If I do something to one, the other will see it. So I will need to come around this side in the hope that I can... Can I grab you from behind? Can I grab you from behind? I think I can. Oh heavens. Someone has just been shot there. Well, that's made my mind up. You're not going to live through this. Thank you for that, and thank you for your weapon. One down. Now, this is where visibility becomes a problem. She can see him, he can see her. Everyone can see everybody else at the moment. The only person who may be looking the wrong way is the guy in the far distance there. He could be looking outwards. If he's far enough away from the others that they don't notice him. Oh, but is he? Is he going to turn around? Oh, he's just turned around. I mean, he hadn't been there that long. Now he's facing the other way again. I don't think this is going to be possible without using a different tactic. So a different tactic will be employed. I've just swapped the knife out as well and put the Yinglong back in. I should have left the knife where it was, shouldn't I? Don't mind. He won't mind. He's got the same headache regardless. And now they're alerted. Enemies are alerted. I should think they are. Gosh, you can see through this screen. Yeah, it's not providing any... The opacity of it is not preventing him from being able to see me. That's clever. I would have thought that a glass screen of that sort of colour might have protected me, but maybe not. Let's see if it protects him. I won't shoot him through the screen.
You turn your ass, I can smell you.
Yes. You cannot smell me. I've had a shower. How dare you? And I use soap. I'm really annoyed about that. To the point where I'm going to give you a whole volley of bullets. That came up in the comments as well last week or the week before, that I didn't know the difference between a magazine and a... Was it a cartridge? I can't remember what it was now. I don't know the difference between any of these things. They're all words that... you come across these things, don't you? There's a conversation here which I'll look at. You come across these words in media that you consume. Bullet, cartridge, slug, all those sorts of words. I don't know what they mean. I don't know if they're, some of them are just slang words for things, whether they're direct correlations, whether they're different things, I don't know. But yeah, that came up. Let's read this archive conversation. Archive conversation, David Beamer and Jay Hun. David. Got info from the border guys. Jay. Great. Send it over. David. Cynthia Lather, file unavailable. John Kazmarek, file unavailable. Sherry Back, file unavailable. Jay. Thanks, Choom, they'll do. Should get the stratch on Monday. And let me know as soon as you get the next crop. David. Hey, long as the edit add up, I don't need the reminder. He's finding people for him? Oh, I don't want to ask. It sounds abysmal. And we have a satchel. Actually, we've got other things too. There's a body over the far side, which I just need to check that I did thoroughly loot. Didn't leave anything around here, did I? No, left the radio playing, but no one seems to care about radios playing. They just overlap. I have a police ballistic vest. And another archive conversation and 5,732 eddies. Let's look at the conversation. Archive conversation, Wesley Avedon and Nina Edwards. Wesley. Hacked Beamer's computer. Got proof he's feeding gonks to Jay Hun. Nina. Let it go. Everyone already knows, just nobody talks about it. Think you can figure out why. Wesley. They call these people UPs. Nina. Unreal people. I know. Wesley. I'll get some scratch off him. Meet with him. Say I have proof. And that I want a cut in exchange for keeping it quiet. And either he cuts me in or I bring it all to internal. Nina. Great idea. Could just toss a rope on a nice sturdy branch, stick your neck in it. And see how it swings. Wesley. Hey, come on. You don't go after your own. He and I are both police. Wow. This episode is just digging more and more holes into which anything that just resembles morality or correct performance on the part of NCPD is disappearing. It's just vanishing. It's evaporating before my eyes. Give me that gun. Give me that broken tactician. Right. The next thing I want to do, when I can find my way back to a road, I'm not going to go that way. Can I go that way? I think I probably can. I can see vehicles. The next thing I want to do is to go into my journal list and select the gig to catch up with Paco. So let's do that. Journal. It says, balls to the wall. Meet Paco and Babs in the underpass tomorrow evening. Now, Paco is the second of the people who I tried to help. We've seen the result with Bill, which is, let's face it, a mixed bag. He's alive, he's out of NCPD, he appears to be happy. I don't know though. New person, same old mistakes. I don't know. But this one I'm more concerned about in the sense that these two are in deep trouble. Paco and Babs are in trouble. It's Paco's malfeasance. He's the one who came up with the great idea of stealing the generators when it was presented to him, that is, as an opportunity. And then we have the complication, of course, about whether he was going to try to implicate Yuri, and I said he should. When he asked me what he thought I should do, I don't know whether that was a good idea or not. But this is Johnny's take on it. I need to find out what's happened. Two Barghest pups are way in over their heads. And, of course, who else but V to the rescue? I always had a soft spot for tragedies, and this one's already got me hooked. You're taking this gig. End of discussion. Think you can pull them out of this? Got my fingers half crossed. Thanks, Johnny, for the confidence vote there. It says tomorrow evening. I get the feeling that if I were to turn up before then, it would be okay. I think I'll take the Hella ECD, as it seems to be an episode for us trying out different vehicles. There it is. It's trying to get me killed. Put the gun away. Right, now, whilst the traffic is stopped, I will gingerly nip out across the crossing. You've stopped on a crossing, by the way. Do you know that's not supposed to happen? But then my car did too, so let's not tell on each other, shall we? How far is it, please? 1.6 kilometres. Map, show me where we're going. Right. It's straight down here. I don't intend to stop for anything. We're going to literally get there and meet them in the underpass tomorrow evening. I think a couple of tomorrows have gone by since we did this. This was the weird one, wasn't it? This was one of those incidental opportunities for V to help people. Someone asked in the comments, how would you describe your V's style? I thought about this actually. I made myself some notes like I always do. Nearly missed my turning. Good job I'm not delivering a car here in a hurry. I would say he's well intentioned to the core. Deep down inside, V's morality has not been compromised by any of this so far. He's made some difficult decisions. Hassan was one of them. But in a situation like that where you can't win, it becomes a case of choosing between lesser of evils, which we've discussed, and he did. He kept alive the opportunity for Songbird to be rescued. And goodness knows I still haven't got my mind completely made up about Songbird. There are things that have happened recently which make me now wonder about her. I'm still not sure. But yeah, I would say well-intentioned for his style. He's also interventionist. He does not necessarily pass by things that are happening. And again, this goes back to the person who said, and others have said it before, sorry, about pulling away from... Someone's firing guns there. Oh, we know where this one is. Here's me saying that V is an interventionist and he finds it difficult to go past things without intervening. The thing is, I've already intervened in this one way back in the playthrough, so I'm happy to let that one play out for now. They're always fighting, those people. It's what they do. I tried to show them a better way. They were not willing to listen. What can I say? So yeah, he is definitely that. He, I think, needs to pick his battles. And that talks to what I'm just speaking about there as well. He's learned this. You can't stop for everything. You can't help everyone. You can't be everything to everybody in this game. Because if you try, it just gets confusing. The only thing V can be is consistent to his inner self. And I'd like to think he is that. Yes, I know there are times when he uses weapons and people say, why did you do that? That was unnecessary. I've gone the wrong way. But it's nice driving around the car park. But they're minor infractions, if we can call them that. Deep down inside, I think he's still the same V. He has been changed. There's no doubt that what happened to Jackie in particular, but also Evelyn and others, has affected him. His experience with River, helping River, seeing the situation that we had to unravel there, meeting Fingers, dealing with Manon Brigitte, the Slider, being double-crossed, I guess, too. Dexter DeShawn. All of those things have changed him. They've toughened him up to the point where now it's not that he doesn't trust anybody. He would love to trust someone. And there are people he can trust. They're just not here. That's the beauty of this expansion. It cuts you off from your support network. V's very much alone here. It's telling me to get out of the car and I can't see in the underpass. There's the underpass. Is that it? Right next to me here? Yeah, that was a very fast camera movement there, wasn't it? I think maybe it's part of the tweaking that I was on about. I will go down here, although it's pretty much dark. I don't like it. Yes, I know there's a red drop, and I'm not necessarily going to do that red drop today because I'm focusing now on this. I'm really concerned for Paco and Babs. The thing was, yes, he made a mistake. He's young, he's inexperienced, he took an opportunity foolishly. He should have stopped to think. You don't do that with someone like Hansen. He is completely unforgiving of any indiscretions of that sort. The punishment will be ultimate, I'm sure. The thing is, though, it can be unravelled. It can be fixed. And Johnny says...
not like we got better shit to do than spend precious time on some teeny bopper gang drama.
He's contradicting me. He's literally contradicting me. He's just heard me talking to you about that, and he's stepped in with his 5 pence worth. And he says, yeah, we haven't got time for this. That's their problem. They got themselves in this mess. But they asked for help. They stopped me as I was walking past their tent. He called me over and explained the situation, and then I met Babs, and now I'm invested because I don't want them to die. I don't know. Let's wait and find out what's happened. Hopefully, we now have a plan.
I want to see this through, Johnny. Shut it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we were going to get some more pearls of wisdom from him there.
Setting our own pups against us? Do you think that makes you fucking clever?
Gonna regret
I'll
this.
teach you not to fuck with
good
Yuri.
Lord above. Yuri has worked out what occurred. I could use my quick hacks, but I've just equipped a weapon. Do you know what I will give you though? Have one of these. They're very popular. Ooh. Did it do some damage? Maybe a bit. Ying Long! Lock on, Ying Long. Do it. Have some of that, Yuri. Okay, Yuri's at 52%. He's a boss.
Any last words?
Oh, that didn't do too much to him. Whoa, he has grenades too, but he can't throw them very carefully. Have some more Ying Long. No, wait a minute, I've got to reload. Can we stop for a second while I reload, please? Yuri's a nice guy. Not. Whoa, it's literally an exchange of grenades, but my aim is better. That did some damage. That did a lot of damage. In fact, that plus a bit of Ying Long. Oh, hurtful. 5% Yuri. Yuri caught on to what was happening. He might have worked out that we were going to frame him. That's probably why he's so annoyed with me. That and the fact he's just not a very nice person. I think we're going to say goodbye to Yuri. How shall we do this? Shall we Ying Long him? Or shall I plan B him? Or shall I back up a little bit? He can't reach that far. Get out my sniper rifle and end him that way. Oh, Johnny. Ouch!
Fuck. This got ugly fast. Give the old pockets a pick and a poke. Might get a lead on those kids.
Yes, we might, because there's an archive conversation here. Plus, I will loot that weapon. And that weapon. Wow. He was well equipped. Let's read this. Oh. Archive conversation. Yuri Bishkov and Kurt Hansen. Kurt. There were additional generators in the truck. Good job getting some spares. Have the kid drive them to the hospital. Yuri. They're not available anymore. Rookie clept them when we let him drive alone. Little tourist guy. Kurt. Gotta be kidding me. Handle him. Yuri. Public display. Kurt. Put his body under the needle. I want those generators back. Understood? Yuri. Yes, boss. Won't happen again. Kurt. You'd better hope so. Oh, heck.
Fucker found out. Paco's likely hanging somewhere as a warning. Damn it.
Fuck those cunts.
Fucking train wreck. June could be alive by some miracle. Still stand a chance.
He could be alive by some miracle, which is more than I can say for you. No! Why won't it let me help these people? What did I do wrong? Was it because I chose? Was it because I suggested that we blame Yuri for that? Is that what's happened here? Is it me? Did I do this? Did I do this? I think I might have. Where am I going? I don't know where I am. Where am I going? Have I got to get up there? I can't get up there. Let me use the stairs. Let me try using the stairs, huh? Oh, 9:24 p.m. I'm walking around with a gun drawn here. Now I've got to go down. Alright, I will. Put the gun away. I have a horrible feeling I'm to blame for whatever's unfolding here. But he's not.
Right. Let's see what's here.
Oh no.
Paco. He's gotta be. Fuck me.
Leaves the chick. If Hansen suspected her, she'd be swinging up there too.
Maybe. Who knows?
I found Paco's body. Decapitated. Balls to the wall. Message Babs to check on her. Oh, heaven. If she doesn't answer. No. Babs, where you at? V here. Babs, V here. Everything okay? There's very little difference between those two. I'm going to ask everything okay. She's alive. Hey V, how'd it go? You got the sitch sorted? Paco told me not to go with him, 'cause it's his mess, and he want to sort this Yuri himself. Know what up with Paco? And then we get dumbass ain't replying and got me worried big time. That goofball gonna be the end of me. Oh no. Oh yeah, I said that word. I don't think that's particularly a curse word as such, that, you know, can't be. He told her not to go with him. He told her not to go with him. Did he know? Did he suspect what was going to happen? I can say they got him, Babs. I'm sorry. Really, really sorry. Or I can lie. I'm sure he's okay. Smart of him to stay off the grid. Give him time. He'll sort himself out. I can't lie to her. I cannot lie to her. Because she would leave then wondering why it was forever that Paco wasn't getting in touch with her. And never knowing what had happened. Much better that she knows now. I still don't know the relationship between these two. I still don't know. Is it simply that they're colleagues and that she, because she was his partner in terms of, you know, obviously they were doing gigs together of sorts. Is that what it is? He thought that the mud would extend from him to her, that assumes that she was part of it, she knew she was complicit, she would get the same punishment, but she didn't. But that's only because he told her not to go with him. If she had turned up, I think she would have. They got him, Babs. Don't even know what to say. Jesus, it's all my fault. I dragged him into this kennel. Oh. I mean, now she's starting self-recrimination and blame because she thinks if she'd not encouraged him to join Barghest, then none of this would have happened. And this is the thing, isn't it, about these situations? It's empirically true that if she hadn't encouraged him, he may not have joined Barghest. It's okay for me to say don't beat yourself up about it. Joining Barghest was his decision, knew the risks. But also I'd like to do the bottom one. Where are you? I'd like to know where she is. Because is Hansen looking for her? Babs is typing. On my way to Kenya? Chum from Orbital Air did me a solid. Take care, V. Also, Dogtown. Oh, right. So, it's another of those 50-50s, isn't it? Where one person has paid the ultimate price for it, Paco. The other person has actually escaped the dystopia of this place. But look what it took to make it happen. On my way to Kenya. Oh, Babs. We've levelled up, but that's no real consolation to the fact that Paco is dead. It's got to be down to me. It has to be down to me and the fact that I advised him to try to implicate Yuri in the theft of the generators. And I'm pretty sure there was something going on there, which is why Hansen has said to Yuri, better be sure this doesn't happen again. I think Hansen had his inkling of suspicion that this is not actually as 100% clear the way it's been presented to him by Yuri. I don't know. Anyway, he doesn't have to worry about Yuri anymore, and that's probably the only saving grace about this. Hansen's lost one of his, I suspect, high-ups there, someone he really trusted. Right, I'm heading to an orange break. I'm going back into the map and my journal and recalibrating, ready to go off to do that third gig from Mr. Hands. Back in a second. Okay, so in my journal, I have 2 remaining gigs, remember, that I can choose from. I only need to do one of them to qualify for Mr. Hand's support with Finding Songbird, but there are 2 gigs, and I did say at the very start of the episode that it depended on how the episode went time-wise, whether I did one of these today and the other one on a different day, or whether I did both of them today. At the moment I think I'm shaping up to doing one of them, and the one I'm going to do is the nearest one, the one that's called Dogtown Saints. So let's select that and read the instructions. Meet with Mr. Hand's client, Odell Blanco. Gig objective is to rescue Anthony Anderson. The location is Haven Clinic on Montana de Oro Avenue. Details. The poor never catch a break, do they? Anderson's clinic can barely make ends meet, and now the scavengers are giving them hell too. The gang has some business with the good doctor, and he couldn't care less. He's barricaded himself in his office, nobody in, nobody out. What's worse, Anderson's the only physician the clinic has. Please, speak with his assistant, Odell Blanco, at the scene and get this sick situation sorted. Okay, let's do some reading. This Haven Clinic. Tell me about it, please. Haven Clinic. The Holy Haven Catholic Church was built with donations from the pockets of Night City's wealthy Catholics at a time when South Pacifica was set to once again become home to the city's affluent. Although the church construction was completed, an exodus of investors buried any hope of repopulating the neighbourhood. It wasn't until Kurt Hansen seized control of Dogtown that the church's pews began to fill. Down on their luck, outlaws prayed here for a better tomorrow and sought forgiveness for the sins that had forced them to seek refuge behind Dogtown's walls. But when a better tomorrow never came, and new sins erased memories of the old, the ranks of the faithful began to wither. The parish's most recent pastor, Odell Blanco, helped repurpose the church building to house a clinic for the area's neediest, which he runs together with Ripperdoc and physician Anthony Anderson. Although the scope and quality of medical care here leave much to be desired, Haven Clinic remains the only hope for many of Dogtown's destitute. As Odell might say, when you have nothing, everything is a gift. Gosh. That's a worthy place to go help. I like the idea of this. Having just failed to help Paco. It's my fault. I know it's my fault that I made a bad decision, didn't I? Advising him to try to blame it on Yuri. Put it aside, Clive. Let's read about the good doc. Anthony Anderson, the chief and only surgeon at the Haven Clinic on Montana del Oro Avenue. It's not clear how he learned his trade or where he worked before, but the unbroken composure he maintains in any situation would suggest a field hospital after a bloody, hopeless battle. Empathy is not Anderson's strong point, but it'd be wrong to consider him devoid of feeling. The very fact that he has chosen to devote his skills to serving the poorest residents of Dogtown speaks volumes. Which begs the question, why? Yes, it does. That's a great picture, actually. I mean, he's a doctor. He has these sunken eyes with a red lining to them. The tattoos. Yeah. Okay, Anthony Anderson. Now let's read about Odell Blanco. Two very different looking people, aren't they? No tattoos. And it looks perfectly normal. Odell Blanco. Formerly a Catholic priest, now a spiritual advisor to patients at the Haven Clinic in Dogtown. An idealist, but also a man who isn't afraid to face the truth. When the pews at his congregation began gathering dust, he chose to act. Instead of closing the church's doors to unbelievers, i.e. Dogtown newcomers looking for a roof over their heads, Odell opened them even wider. With the help of Anthony Anderson, a surgeon with a mysterious past, they set up a clinic for the most needy, poorest residents. If constant exposure to the clinic's hopelessness hasn't led Odell to a crisis of faith, it either means he never truly believed in God, or that he's a saint. Wow. I mean, this sounds a great place. It sounds on the face of it somewhere we should help. Mr. Hands is doing good here, is he not? And it is in walking distance. Now, one thing I do want to do, and I'm going to do it right now, is advance time, because I have no intention of going in there in the evening. So let's just move this to 5:54 a.m. It always seems to get light between, 4 and 5-ish at the moment. Ooh, what a change in the weather. We've got that wind blowing in the sand by the looks of it. Yeah, we certainly have. So let's go meet. I can understand it's the sort of day where a lot of people would be turning up with respiratory problems, I would guess, at the clinic. You can't even see the clinic. It's just so... It's so murky around here. Why is it sending me all the way around there? Oh, hello. I believe these are peacekeepers. Let me just check. Yeah, pretty much. Barghest. It's what passes for peacekeepers around here. I've got to walk down there, you don't mind, do you? It told me to do it. Look at it, when this wind blows, and it's quite a severe wind, isn't it? Look at the way it's...
You used to do it for free. Yeah, when we dated, you gunk.
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about? Yeah. I've completely lost my train of thought there because of what they were talking about. Well, at least I think it was what they were talking about. I keep missing things. I know I do. It's like someone in the comments said when I was having the conversation with Blue Moon and she suggested that the other girls came and joined us. I literally thought she meant we'd all sit and have a meal together. And then I was corrected in the comments by somebody who said that was not what she was suggesting. And I'm blushing. Yeah. I do miss these things. Oh, stop it, God. I do miss these things. I know I do. I'm sorry. Right. I think we're there. Thank goodness. Rescue me, someone.
How's the dressing? Still dry? Stitches on in place?
June, it hurts like hell. I can barely stand.
I can't up your morphine. Won't be enough for the others.
We'll all rot without Anderson anyway.
Oh, so his absence is being felt already. That's very interesting. It looks like I can talk to Odell. It does say meet with Mr. Hand's client Odell Blanco, so I'll go do that. Hi, are you here waiting for the doc? She's not telling me. She has no affiliation. It looks like those are medicines that she's taking, which would make sense if she's standing here. Yeah, this guy looks like he needs help.
This is Kurt Hansen. Good news, Dogtown. A certain president has turned up in Washington. Safe and sound. Now, if I were a betting man, I'd say she was there all along. Our unflinching response to the NUSA's blatant provocation proved effective. What else can I say? Rosalind, if you're ever really in Dogtown, we're ready to welcome you with open arms.
Hansen's propaganda machine at work there, suggesting that it was all a fake, that she was never in Dogtown in the first place. Another smear campaign against Hansen and Barghest and the regime here in Dogtown. Okay. So, hello Odell. Do you mind if I just do a quick scan here? I'll scan you to start with. Yes, we know that. Former Catholic priest, currently works with Anthony Anderson at Haven Clinic. That's when Anthony Anderson hasn't barricaded himself in his room. This is Edward Gibbs, who is not getting the drugs that he's requested. Oh gosh, Taylor Fitzgerald. I don't think she's going to make it. Taylor? Are you okay? Oh yeah. Yeah, respiratory complaint. That's exactly what I was talking about. It's probably all this, I guess it's sand, is it? Blowing in from the Badlands when the wind blows in the wrong direction. Not great, guys. Also on a gurney, Nicholas Gibbs. Yeah. And his friend, who looks pretty healthy, Badal Talwar. Okay, she's not well. Let me get down to a distance here. I'm not sure what's wrong with Tegan. TT, as her friends call her. Some sort of trauma. She's seen something. She's had some experience which has locked her away in her mind. This lady thinks that if she stands here, she'll get premier service. Samaya may have someone inside there already who she's waiting to get to, and she's concerned for their welfare given that the place is now closed up. It's time to talk to Odell. I'm not going to ask him what he's doing out here. It's fairly obvious he's locked out. But I'm going to tell him that I've been sent by Hans.
Odell Blanco? Name's V. Fixit said you need a hand.
More like a miracle. If the scavs don't scatter soon, our patients will start dropping in the street.
I noticed that. I can talk to the patient. Apparently I can talk to the patient. Was it you? Adjust the load settings, I can say to him. Let me do this.
It looks like a woman's implant. Not adjusted to your weight.
What? Like I had my pick of chrome?
Nah, just gotta tweak the load capacity. Knee joint settings first. See if that helps.
Okay.
Huh. Well, that we haven't tried.
Yeah, but you're not the doctor, are you, Odell? That's the problem here. You're the helper. Yeah, I've given some advice. Of I guess a non-medical sort. I mean, V would know this because he's got experience. What is your role here? This is a question I've just asked myself. You're not here to dispense medical advice, are you?
So what? You're Anderson's right hand?
Not a physician, if that's what you mean. I provide spiritual comfort.
Right.
How's that going for you?
The patients, they're afraid. If something happens to Anderson, they'll have nowhere to go.
I get that. That makes perfect sense to me. I'd be afraid too in their place. Now, we know the answer to this one, a clinic in a church, but it'd be good to hear his perspective on this to see how he presents it to people externally when they ask the question, why?
This place used to be a church?
Yes, mine. But these days, few seek absolution, while many more need transfusions or fresh implants.
At least you're still helping him.
True. But where's a priest to confess?
Good point. Although that does echo and chime very nicely with the description of him as a realist. He could have just given up when the congregation started to fall away, but instead he repurposed the place, made it more relevant to the people around him.
Let's not waste time.
Oh, we're not wasting time here. Talking of Kurt Hansen and his benevolence...
Thought Hansen's goons kept the Dogtown gangs at bay.
Yeah.
Scavs must have struck a deal with Bennett. You know, Hansen's lieutenant here in the MDO.
What, a bar guest salary don't cover the bills?
As the good book says, a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise. Bennett's not even that.
Yes. You see, I like this. There's this thing about people who are who've given their lives over to religion in the way that he has, that there's an expectation placed upon them that they will always think good of every person they meet, and I think that's unrealistic.
Let's not waste time.
Because if this guy sees things as they really are, he will recognise Hansen's people for who they really are and what they're really in it for. Why should he not say this if it's a statement of fact? So
I'll wait.
It's all right. I'm waiting too. Bennett's not even that. So what's this business with Anderson? Why are the scavs after him?
What do the scavs want from the head doc?
Well, there's this girl with them, Nika Yankovic. Said she's looking for her brother.
What, he a patient of yours?
Look, that's all I know. She wanted to talk to Anthony and seemed really upset.
So, you were in there when this happened, or did this happen outside? Come back. What are you doing? I think he's maintaining the beds.
The scavs still let you look after the patients.
In a sense. Then Nico ordered them to take us all outside. Nobody's allowed in.
Right.
Said it was between her and Anthony. She doesn't want anyone killed.
Or anyone talking later.
I mean, don't get me wrong here. This is peculiar. Earlier in this episode, I was making the comment that I've never met a scav that I didn't think twice about dispensing with because they have no redeeming features. I'm wondering whether I'm about to change that. Is that what this is intended to be? An encounter with a situation where we've got a reason to give them some leeway? I'm going to go with the top one first.
Anderson locked himself in his office?
Where is he?
Yes. It's the only spot with any security.
Got it.
Find the altar, hang a right. Stairs will take you to the basement. If the scavs heard Anthony, well, then all these people are out of luck.
I'm not going to say tune relax to him. I'm going to say, which is the honest thing to respond, and do what I can. Whether it's going to be enough, I don't know. That's if he'll stand still long enough for me to be able to talk to him. I think he may have had enough of me. He has. That's okay. I didn't mind that timing out. Find a way into the clinic is now pointing across the road. Is that what that's doing? But the clinic's here, isn't it? Oh, I may be thinking differently here. No. No. The clinic's over there. We're on the other side of the road from it now? Okay, because I thought that was actually where we were supposed to be getting into. But this is simply the Golden Fleece, which has taken us in. Alright, okay. I have to get into this building, clearly. It's saying I do it this way. I have to say, it's not going to be easy, given the prevailing weather conditions, although they may work in my favour. If I can't see them, they can't see me, whoever they are. We have a bounded area.
It is a waste of time. Why did Nika drag us here?
Dunno. Wouldn't say. All I got was something personal.
Nika dragged these people here because she had something personal to do that involved the dock. I have a scav sniper. I can't be lenient with all these people. I mean, I've obviously got to get to the bottom of what it is this Nika character is after. But the people she brought with her, they are fair game. The sniper has a patrol path. He's retreated within inside the building. Whoa, that answers the question about whether visibility is being impeded by the sand. It would appear it is not. Okay, let me go a bit further backwards on myself before I go forwards. Whoa, I did a slide! Did you see that? I don't even know how I did it. I so seldom do one of those. Maybe it was all the sand. Oh no, she's stood up. She's facing this way. That's not helpful. Do I have anything I can distract you with? Yes. Go look at that cleaning machine.
Something wrong.
That was a cleaning machine. Go look at it. Oh, whoa, whoa, she can see me. Oh, I'm not as covered up here as I thought I was. Get down. It's alright, there's nothing to see. Oh, I think I'm just going to have to dispense with these people. I was ducking down there behind the car as well, I've just realised. She's gone. Excellent, fine. Stay looking that way round for another 30 seconds. While I whiz round here. Grab this person and dispense with them. She's gone. Down, 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 down. Shh. Shh. Oh, sniper's coming back. I can't take her out while the sniper's there. He will see me. I can take him out though, I guess. If I can get a decent shot in with my recalibrated aiming system. Took two, but did it quickly, so didn't cause any disturbance to the firmament. And I would be tempted to sneak up behind you, but you know what? I have plenty of bullets. And plenty of eddies to pay for bullets. Okay. We will now, if I leap onto the boot of this car. Oh, great stickers, by the way. Look at this lot. That's amazing. Why? I mean, why would you do that? You know, why would you put all this in the boot of a car?
I'm over this. Fuck it.
Okay. There is another person who's just appeared on the very top of the minimap there, in this sort of alcove area down to the side here, who's kind of got a view of me, but also there is a camera. So if I stay here carefully, I can take camera control at this point before we do anything more. Let's look and see what we're playing with here. Right, this looks like the very side alley where I've just taken control of the camera. That looks like the guy who was about to make my day go bad. Ah, there's another one around the corner there too. Don't have any explodables. Plenty of cameras though, although I mean this is an external camera, so that's not terribly helpful for me because I know what's on the outside already. Also, the sandstorm appears to have blown through, if that's what it was. Okay.
Nah, scan his hand. My tomb had that exact same crow. Shit.
What's
Even
going on?
Same dents and scratches.
So it's secondhand.
Wait, no. The fuck? T? L? Don Las Pisa. It's his initials. Chum, it's Don's. Was there when the acid carved them.
Ugh, this place gives me the creeps. Ought to just burn it down, call it a day.
Okay, you're getting tagged. That's weird. You don't usually hear conversations in that way. Also, I've just noticed, and I don't know why I've noticed this, there's a timer clock running in the top corner of the video. Do you know I've never noticed that before? That the video has a clock in the corner? There are people on various levels here. That's not good news. Alright. This is quite a convoluted building. We've got staircases, we have doors. Oh, this is the interior of the main part of the church. Alright, let's take a stock of who we've got here. A lot of scavs. And as I said, I have no great affinity for any of them. But I do want to find out who this Nika person is. And why it is she's essentially trying to take the doc hostage, by the sounds of it. She's after him. Personal. It's personal. I have another guy there. So this is the interior of the church, repurposed for use as a makeshift hospital, which would explain the numbers of mattresses that are around the place. There's a kind of, I don't know what you call this kind of lighting effect here. Is this clair obscur? I think it might be clair obscur in a sense. I'm just struck by the contrast between what this place was and what it is now too. It's it's unnerving. Right, let me see if I can deal with some cameras. That one's off already. What's that? That's available to distract enemies. I'm wondering if I can see cameras from cameras and turn them off, or whether I'm going to have to do it as I go. I might just do it as I go. It may be simpler. Okay, let's do this. How about finding a way into this place? There is the scaffolding where the sniper was. There is. Okay. Rather than go down that side alley where I could launch a quick hack attack, you're correct. I could take them out that way. I'm going to be more tactical and try and get in on an upper level. If I can squeeze past these doors. Ooh. Do you know what? And this is going to feel really weird, but I loot medical equipment all the time. It just feels wrong looting it from this place because they need all they can get. So I'm not going to do that. I know, what can I say? It just feels wrong. I don't think he would do that. I don't think he would take away medical supplies from a place where they needed it so badly. I do think he would not think twice about climbing up here. I mean, I've got to be a bit careful. Yeah, I was about to say, I've got to be a bit careful because this wasn't the only guy who was up here. I will do that. Do you know what? I'm going to pick your body up and I'm just going to see if I can drop it off the edge here towards that container. It may not land in it. Oh, that's close enough. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, there's a camera for a start. So let me turn that one off. It's off already. That's the one I saw. This guy's got to go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right. Inventory. Time to take the Yinglong out again and put a knife back in. Just gives me options. I'll go with the Stinger. I like this knife. I keep picking it because it's iconic, and yet actually the pun knife is fairly powerful too. When you look at the specs of them, the attack speed, damage per hit, stamina costs, they're not radically different on either of these. But I'll go with the Stinger. Okay. It's a case of whether I'm going to get a chance to actually use it because... Oh look, stairs. That's interesting. The whole area is painted yellow here. There's a heck of a lot of people in it. Find a way to the clinic basement, find a way into the clinic. I've found a way into the clinic. The basement's another matter. I'm guessing that's where the action is. That person isn't even tagged. Oh, got a shard. I think I've tagged the shard. And there's a computer there too. The thing is, At the moment, that person's rather too close to that computer. I know they're the other side of it. Don't worry, I'm not going to forget the shard. The shard will be mine. I've just got to watch myself here because a lot of people can... Yeah, you see, a lot of people can see me. And it's not going to matter too much if I crouch down either, I think. Let me tag you as well. Can I tag you? Vulture. I've got to start reducing the numbers somehow. Right, okay. Here's my thoughtage on this matter. Is that going to do the job though? That guy's pretty beefy. Oh, yeah. He's the one I've got to watch for. Okay. I'm going to see if there are stairs this side. I wonder if there are stairs the other side too. Maybe. There are doors everywhere. There are people everywhere. There are cameras. Are there stairs this side? Well, it looks like they used to be, but now they're piled up with rubbish. That's not helpful to my team at all. There are so many people here I have not tagged. More medical supplies. I'm not grabbing that yet. I know what you're saying. Oh. I think we've either got a glitch or we've got water coming in. I think it's a glitch on the Nicola machine. Yeah, okay. I'm going back up. I'm trying to work it out tactically. It's not the easiest of things. I think there's a strong possibility here that stealth will fail and that they will spot me and we're going to be in a firefight situation. And I've just got to be ready for that when it happens. So here we go. He's down. Can I even see you properly, or are you standing behind something? I think you might be. It's hard to tell. We know you found the body. Your tracking should fail. Oh, hi. That was a massive mistake on your part, walking around the corner.
I only wanna talk.
Yes, of course you do. Talk with bullets. Okay.
Out of ammo! Hold on!
Okay.
Like them!
Alright, we may have bitten off more than we can chew here. There are numbers of them. They seem confident. Could be grenade time. That's what it's for. I just need to get a decent view of these people in order to dispatch them. But there's too much infrastructure. The furniture and the superstructure of the church is getting in the way. Hi! That was really bad of me not to notice you sneaking up behind me. That was silly. I feel so foolish. Thank you for educating me in looking behind me. Did you drop anything of any use? I don't think you did. Oh, you did. No, you didn't. Just fell over all these bottles and candles. Okay. I'm really not using the minimap very effectively, am I? I apologise for that. This was the guy from outside. Maybe I shall try and go in that way instead. They were always going to know that I was here, and I don't mind that at all. Maybe there was a stealthy way in. Maybe there was. Archive conversation, I'm going to read this. Let's see what it is. Get some cover. And when it gives me the opportunity, let's read it. Archive conversation, Nikolai Wassin and Andrea Hall. Nikolai, don't wait up for me. Something urgent came up here. Got to take care of it now. Andrea, that's your excuse? Really? You could at least put more effort into it. Nikolai, give it a rest. Bad enough we're stuck here in this clinic for who knows what for, and now Nika's disappeared somewhere. Andrea, what clinic? The one on Montano d'Oro? Nikolai, yeah, watch me catch some sort of disease or something, that'll be the cherry on top. Andrea, I heard the Anderson guys got corpo contacts. Apparently they give him old implant models so they can write them off later. Nikolai. Yeah, think we didn't check. Place is empty. There's all here. Some hospital. More like a place to wait around and die. Oof. Anyway, Nikolai's going to be late home, if at all, given his recent encounter with me. Okay, now it's time to turn the camera off, I think. I mean, they know I'm here, so... Oof. Really, the sight lines in this place are a thing to behold. She found a body. She sure did. She's to the side of a wall. Is there a door further down here then? Ooh, no, but there's a body. And some ammunition. Okay. Well, I'll take it. Shotgun ammo. And some clothing. Which is useful to have. Oh. They're pretty skilled. Failed though. Thank you, self-ice. I mean, I've got like kind of a view through here, but not much of one. Who are these people? Identify yourselves. They're just too far away for me to be able to lock onto them. I have a door which I can open, which I'm probably going to wish I hadn't, but I'm going to open it anyway. The downstairs of the church. This is the floor area, which I may have cleared because I think a lot of the people who were here came outside to deal with me, thereby inviting their own demise, but helping me in the sense that it thinned out what was down here. So now I should be able, if I can climb up, to go back up here with impunity. I've got to be fairly careful here that I go everywhere and see everything. There are clearly people down below in the lower levels, but also there's stuff up here to be seen, so let's do this first. What is that for a start? It's a radio. No, I'll take that. It looked like a radio, didn't it? Yeah, these guys on the lower level. One down.
Who's a shrinking violet?
I'm here. And my violets aren't shrinking. Last time I checked. But let's not dwell on that because there's a shard up there. Okay, I'm going sharding. If anybody wants me, I'm sharding. Patient menu. Menu for this week. Breakfast, scot meal or scrambled soy paste and 1 piece of plain toast. Lunch, soup, dinner, whatever's left from breakfast. Pantry's empty. No funds to order new supplies. Already went through all the donations from last collection. Could start checking nearby dumpsters. Wow. They're having to feed the patients scraps. But it's a place of last resort, isn't it? It's this or nothing. They're trying at least. They're trying. I mean, it's a long time, I suspect, since anyone's had a Tom's Diner here. That bag's probably ancient. I can't imagine the people working here would eat that sort of food in front of patients who they're having to give, you know, the bare minimum. The music in this church too, it rankles, doesn't it? It grates in the sense that it's wrong. You know, this is a place of hope and suffering, and that kind of music just sets you off. Let's take this guy. Thank you for your contribution. Oh, I'll take a broken metal too. I thought I saw a gun there. I do miss guns from time to time. Occasionally people will point this out to me. The other day I missed 2 readables because I was distracted by something. It took a lot, I'd have to say, to distract me, to miss readables. I mentioned to the person who pointed it out that I did spot that I'd done it. I didn't feel good about it. You know, I'll move literally heaven and earth. I have another conversation. Let's do that. Let's do that first. I'll move heaven and earth to get to a readable. Archive conversation, Odell Blanco and Father Grafe. Odell, Father, I need some advice. I'm starting to think I made a terrible mistake. Father, by letting them use the church as a clinic. Odell, no, not that. I don't regret that decision one bit, but maybe I should have gotten involved, personally. There's just so much suffering. Every day it's the same. It never ends. Father, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Luke 9:23, remember? Odell, I don't mean my suffering. These people need real help, not prayers, and I can't do a thing for them. Father, I was sick and you visited me. Matthew 25:36. So he's saying he has still got a role in all of this, even if he can't give these people the material help that they need. Okay, I would use this. Messages 1. Okay. Odell was reaching out. Request for in-kind support for our clinic from Odell Blanco. 2. Medical Mission of North America, SOS Dogtown, Humanitarian Corps, People for People, Centre for Medical Aid, NC Health Services, Rippers Without Borders. Hello, my name is Odell Blanco and I work for Haven Clinic on Montano de Oro Avenue in Dogtown. Our doors are open to anyone who needs medical care but can't afford it due to their circumstances, whatever they may be. We don't accept any payment for treatment or inpatient stays. Our surgeon, Anthony Anderson, does all his work pro bono. Since your organisation also works to provide medical care for the poor and disadvantaged, I would like to ask if you would be interested in providing in-kind support for our clinic. We would be grateful for any donations in the form of bandages, needles, medications, maybe expired, anaesthetics and disinfectants. We need, quite literally, everything. Have a blessed day, OB. Wow. And files. Inventory. This is what they've got. In stock, blood type A, negative, plasma, bone marrow, spleen, 4 total, 1 with bullet damage, basic Kiroshi optics. Almost out. Biomonitor, 7. Metamizole, transamic acid, spasmolytics, Ringer's solution, needles, absorbent pads, endotracheal tubes, need, propofol, immunosuppressants, ketamine, alprazolam, zolpidem, succinylmethonium, nice to have, respirator, vacuum pump, heart monitor, ultrasound machine. An ultrasound machine, for goodness sake. I am going to turn off the surveillance system, which is helpful. It's all good. I'm happy with that decision. There is still showing a readable, which I think was downstairs. There it is, in that room where the computer was. So I will head that way shortly once I have completed. Okay, that's interesting. I think I may have my route down into the basement. Once I've completed the look around in here. I love the reflectivity of these surfaces. They're doing their best to keep this place antiseptic, and try doing that when you have no cleaning equipment. Anthony Anderson, I don't know. I mean, maybe the music is there because the people like to hear the music. Maybe that's what it's doing. Maybe it's a comfort to them. I can't take the food either. I can't take the food either. They don't have any. Looting in this place feels just wrong. No, I'm not taking the medical equipment. I'm not. It just feels completely wrong. I don't mind looting the fallen enemies and taking from them their components and their weapons, because what do they belong doing in a hospital. Not at all. It's just so basic, isn't it? And now I've found an access point, and I will collect to this one. I'll have myself a look at this back in a moment or two. I'm going to go top to bottom, and I'm going to throw one away. So here we go, that's the throwaway. 7A, 7A, BD, BD, I need a 1C, an FF and a 7A, and we've done the lot. Which gets us, of course, to Tier 5 Quick Hack components. I know the other one's useful. I know the Quick Hack Reboot Optics is useful, but you know, a lot of these things I've already got now. So 2 more readables have now appeared, I've just noticed. One of which is upstairs, that's okay, because I'll be heading upstairs shortly. I hadn't finished looting. I thought I had. No, I missed some Tier 1 components, all 5 of them. Nope, food stays there. I can't do it. There's layers to role-playing in games, don't you find? You can become very self-conscious. If you're doing, like I'm doing it now on the video, you have to just set that aside and be yourself, and you know, think and feel the way you would if you were playing the game just for yourself. It's not the easiest of things when you know you have an audience who are seeing you do that. I don't know what that is. I mean, I may have taken that. I think it might be alcohol. I won't take it. It is alcohol. But then, you know, even medicinal alcohol might be useful to them. I don't know. It might have purposes. They can wash their hands in it. There is a shard there, which I shall read first. I can never make my mind up when there's a computer with a shard next to it, which to do. Someone's been smoking, and they should know better. This is a medical establishment now. Archive conversation, Greg Wilson and Odell Blanco. Greg Wilson. You remember me, Father? Me and my daughter? The morphine you gave us really helped her, but we've run out and she's really suffering. Odell. Daughter? You said you had a son. Greg. Oh, yeah, right. In any case, we need your help. Odell. Bring her to the clinic. Maybe we can diagnose the source of her pain. Morphine is highly addictive. Greg. Choom, don't get all preach on me. Just give me what I asked for. I'm sweating bullets. My leg's jumping and I'm scared. You feel me? Odell. Go to Detox. There's several addiction centres in Night City. You'll get a bed and psychological care. Greg. Look, man, I ain't a junkie. I'm just going through a hard time and I need to relax a little. Come on, be a good neighbour. Please answer me, I'm begging you. Wow. The things they have to deal with. Let's use this computer. Messages 2, files 1. Let's do messages 2. Oh, we've seen the first one. Okay. Oh, and then expired meds. Did he get a reply? From, no he didn't. From Odell Blanco to Saki Seo. Hey there, Saki, how's biz? I was hoping you'd have some more expired meds on hand. Last time everything was fine, nobody had any issues, quite the opposite actually. We finally relieved some of our patients' pain, not to mention giving them a good night's sleep. I'd be really grateful for any help. OB. From Saki Seo to Odell Blanco re-expired meds. Sup, father? No prob, gotta make room for the new stuff anyways. Not like the Dogtown junkies read the labels, but heads aren't everything, am I right? Give me a day or two, I'll send a package to the clinic. Know you Catholic types like to worry and moan, but I'll even toss in something extra to cheer you up. Well, he's getting help. But it's kind of thready, isn't it? It's the unreliability, the make-do-ness, the ad hocness of it all. There's no constant supply chain. It's literally from one meal to the next for the patients, from one lot of medication to the next. Files, patient files, I think. Oh no, we haven't seen this. Last 24 hours. Gunmead B, complications following SARS-CoV-5 infection. Nugan H, is that? Cardiac arrest, second heart. Oliveira M, gunshot wounds to torso. Yablonsky S, motorcycle crash. Well, we know about that. Yankovic G, no info. Yeska M, bacterial infection following bone marrow transplant. And they're doing some stuff here. They're doing some stuff. You cannot fault them in terms of their... I'm sorry, I just bumped into something and I'm not going to take those medical supplies. You can't fault them in terms of their aims to help people. I'll take the tier 2 components. I don't think they'd want them for anything. They won't be crafting any guns. There is actually a lift here. Does it work? Oh, no it doesn't. I can jump up and down. I don't think I can use it. It's not giving me the call option. Elevator disabled. Maybe there's some way of powering that up. I've just spotted this guy appears to be... Can I pick his body up? Is there something underneath you? I'm going to put you down over here. No, there wasn't. It was just you. Just you being you, wasn't it? That's it, I think. I think we're looted up here. There is a shard showing, but now it's showing below me. And now it's showing above me. So it's got to be one up there, which I might have missed. I know I did see one up here. But where is it now? Oh, there it is. There it's on the shelf. Oh, it's the Warsaw Catholic Faith and its origin. I've read that one already. Heavens, I nearly missed a shard. Okay. It's time to head down stairs, I believe, because we've been told to do this. Now I've got a shard showing unread above me. How? Where can that be? Wait a second. This is bugging me. Have I missed something here as well? No, that's it. But on the map it's showing us, it looks like an unread shard. You see what I'm saying? I think that's it. I think that's it. Let's head downstairs. Find a way to the clinic basement. Well, I am finding a way into the clinic basement. Oh, I'm feeling this one too. That was me. I think I may have just alerted them to the fact I'm coming down the stairs. I tripped over something. I may have knocked that over. I have big feet. I have just the thing for you. It's one of these. I'll just let that do its job. They ran away. They bravely ran away. Oh, she didn't run far enough. That's good. I have another one of these. Let's see if we run away from this one. Oh no, he walked straight into it. Very well. Oh gosh, that shard. That indicator there is really bugging me. I'm pretty sure that's what it's trying to tell me. Right. There will be some looting. And then there'll be some scanning. There are more bodies here than I realised. Archive conversation. Rauda Ewang and Craig Giorgio. Rauda. Hey you alive? Craig. All done. Post-op now. Rauda. What took so long? Craig. Ripper had to figure out how to get the hand implant to fit. Thing was used, you know. Second hand. Haha. Rauda. Hilarious. Here we are, ourselves, because you weren't writing back. You know that they say about that clinic. Craig. I know, and I don't give a. They helped me out. All that matters. Yeah, all that basically matters. When no one else would, they did. Right. This... Ooh, hello. I have a scannable box. The box contains cyberware, unknown origin. Cyberware belonged to multiple previous owners. Used by multiple persons, heavy wear and tear. They're recycling old cyberware. Of course they are. They're not likely to go out and buy the new stuff, are they? We have makeshift beds. A lot of candle-lit corners here. There is some electric lighting, but clearly I guess a lot of the electricity is being saved for powering medical equipment as and when required. That would be my take on this. We know that the whole of Night City is a bit like this when it comes to energy. I will take that. Load. I picked up some surgical scissors. I didn't mean to do that. That's what happens. I just got to it and thought they were all closed. I thought they were all closed. I was being so careful. Until I wasn't. That will teach me a lesson. Don't assume that those tall lockers, which usually contain clothes, only contain clothes. They may contain other things too. There is a shard here which I've read. I'm not surprised to find it here. Cyberware usage and its side effects. I'm going to read it again. Cyberware usage and its side effects. Many people believe we live in a time when impossible has become an obsolete term. Ripodocs can replace nearly any part of the human body with artificial implants, from your big toe to portions of the nervous system. My years in trauma team, however, taught me that the impossible is still very much possible. Even now, as we enter the twilight of the 21st century, we as medical professionals have not been able to eliminate all of the side effects that come from incorporating cybernetic elements into our bodies. Of course, everyone is familiar with the mental disorder most commonly referred to as cyberpsychosis, but it doesn't end there. Although advances in medical science for the greater part of a century have reduced its incidence to a minimum, cyberware rejection can still occur in a small subset of the population. These unlucky few can experience a range of complications, but the following are the most prevalent. 1. Immune response. The body rejects the implant, causing scar tissue to continue growing to the point that it causes pain and inflammation of surrounding tissue, as well as possible interference with the tech's electrical circuits. 2. Psychological effects. Neurological implants have the potential to cause unpredictable change in the brain. Possible side effects include depression, apathy, hallucinations, and sudden increases in addictive behaviours such as gambling. 3. Implant overdependence. Long-term use of certain synthetic body part replacements can change the brain's chemistry to make it accustomed to a particular type of implant. There are reported cases of permanent blindness after patients attempted to replace their Kiroshi optical implants with different models. In the face of these known risks, what should our outlook be as consumers and medical professionals? To deny ourselves cybernetic enhancements on the 0.5% chance we could lose our vision forever, or gamble away our life savings at the casino? The clean answer is no. Cyberware technology has elevated human biology to the point where these what-if arguments serve against our best interests. The best advice I can offer for minimising your risk is to read the techno-medical profiles for all cyberware you intend to purchase before you install it. Good advice. And on that, I will not steal those medical supplies. What is this? I'll have that. Power of Element skill shard. That is mine. I have a door, which I shall open. Now I think I've looted everywhere in there. That shard upstairs still annoying me. I think it must be a glitch. I think it must be a glitch. I have... Whoa, hang on.
Oh, you think this is a joke?
What is it you want?
Oh, put the gun away.
Where's Gaspar? Tell me!
We'll talk.
Stay back!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Where's Gaspar? Tell me!
Chill.
Chill. Gun down, let's talk. Here for Anderson. Need him out of here, alive.
And I'm here for my brother. Couldn't give a fuck about this quack. You! Off your ass! Where's Gaspar?
I'm going to advise the doctor, tell her.
Tell her what you know. Nobody gets hurt.
I'm sorry, do you work for me or the scabs?
Talk for fuck's sake!
Oh, fuck! You, Merc! Help me!
I am not going to draw my gun. Help yourself.
Nah, not zeroing anyone just because you don't want to use your words.
Yes.
I can't fucking believe this. Gasper's dead.
What? You're lying! He was just a little sick!
Your brother was so high out of his mind, it scorched his metabolic editor. The kid was in a coma before he even hit the table.
Huh? How'd he die?
Morphine injection. His remaining implants were at risk, and I've got patients who need them.
To hell, your other patients! You...
Oh.
You fucking murderer!
No. At least he didn't suffer is what I'm going to say here.
For Night City, not the worst way to go. He died in the street, would have just landed in a dump.
Exactly.
There was nothing I could do. Why delay the inevitable? We'll extract his implants. They'll go to people who still need them.
You won't lay a goddamn finger on him. Give me my brother.
I knew she wouldn't like that.
No.
What did you say?
No. Oh,
fuck! Help!
Where's his body?
Fuck off, Scav!
Just give her brother, please.
You need those implants, I get it. Gonna have to find another way.
My, how wasteful.
Tell Nika where her brother's at, or I donate your chrome myself.
Morgue in the storage room. Here's the card.
Ooh, and one to finish with.
Son of a fucking bitch!
Where's she? What's she doing? She's leaving. Should I follow her? Should I stay?
You just killed a whole lot of innocent people.
Oh.
Sure you know the feeling.
I do. All too well.
Hey now, don't try to lay that on me. Oh, heck. Yeah, what happened to your hand? Maybe if you hadn't tried to pick up a bottle of alcohol, you wouldn't have got your hand damaged.
Which hand holds the scalpel?
Yes.
The other one.
At least we dodged that bullet.
Fortunately. Gaspar cannot be the only one then. That's a very good point.
Let me get this straight. You take in peeps as they come, then decide who's donating?
I've yet to write off anyone who could be helped. When your clinic lacks for literally everything, you need to be pragmatic, make tough choices.
I understand this. I can, we've seen the scarcity of everything in this place. But here's a doc. I use the term advisedly because we don't know his past. There have been indications there have been problems in it from what we read. But let's assume he is medically qualified and he is a doctor. He's best placed in this dystopian situation to make these decisions. They're impossible decisions. It is field medicine, isn't it? There's no finesse to this at all. When your clinic lacks literally everything, you need to be pragmatic, make tough choices. I don't envy him this gig. I could advise him to rethink his methods. I can tell him I see where Nika's coming from. All of those things are true, in a sense, but I'm going to go with the middle one that says I don't envy you this gig, because I don't.
My gig's got its dark sides too. Can't say I'd want to swap places, though.
That's true.
Fortunately, you don't have to. It's enough not to judge me. The patients, what's their status?
With Odell out in the street, waiting.
This is true.
Tell them they can come back in. We need to clean up this mess.
And it says now, leave the clinic. He's got himself out a cold one. Can we talk further?
Kinda busy here.
You don't look it. You look like you're drinking a cold one. Can I just say? I didn't get a chance when I came in to scan his... Oh, hello. We have a data stream going somewhere. Wow. This guy's got Wi-Fi. I will just have a look around the clinic. The gun can come with me. We don't need that in here. Happy hour. I mean, you'd think at least, the posters and things in here, that they could have got hold of some advisory medical posters of the sorts that you see in clinics and places like that, you know, where they just leave them up in waiting rooms so that people can read them, and it's a kind of education by osmosis process, isn't it? Just to make it look more like a medical facility and less like, I don't know what. It's in limbo at the moment. One of the things I want to talk about is liminal spaces. I'm not going to do it this episode, but it's a big thing for me, liminality and liminal spaces. Also the uncanny valley too. I was approached by someone recently who was someone in university who was canvassing for looking round at people who he'd spotted were playing particular games and wanted to ask them about their feelings regarding the games. And I sent him back some stuff that I'd written about this, on this theme, which is what he asked me about, you know, the immersion side of it and how immersion could be broken or enhanced. And I got into this thing about liminality and uncanny valley because they are two big things in my head constantly when I'm playing games. So yeah, that'll be for another time, but it's just reminded me here. Partly it's the aspect of things being repurposed for other than they're intended, is the aspect of it that gets me here. Let's open this door. Oh. Oh. Am I correct in thinking that is Gasper? This is Gasper Yankovic. Cause of death, morphine overdose. High opioid concentration in blood indicates deliberate administration. Status, metabolic editor overheated, visible wound after removal of internal implant post-mortem. Other cyberware in good condition. Which is basically what the doc was saying in a way, I guess. I don't know that I should be intruding upon Nika Yankovic. Alright, so this is the first scav I've met who I don't feel deserves to die, in the sense that how can you not be affected by the situation that she's in here?
Feel sorry for the chick.
I just said the same thing.
Got away heavy on Anderson too. Guy's got questionable ethics, but what's a doctor to do in Dogtown? Was a lose-lose situation from the get-go.
Who are you and what have you done with Johnny Silverhand? He's becoming very reasonable in his old age, don't you think? Ever since we come into Dogtown, and maybe it's because he's the only company that I've got, that V has, that he can talk to. You know, he has no tombs here. Maybe that's the role he's fulfilling here. You know, he's actually being less sarcastic and cynical and diversionary in his comments. He's poking less fun at V, I think, and being more the observer. What do I say to this girl? Do I say I know how you feel? Because I sort of do when you think about it. Let's do that.
Listen, know how you feel. Lost someone like a brother to me too once.
Yes.
Leave us now, please.
Well, she just wants to be left to her private grief, and I can understand that. And Johnny is gone. And we have another shower that no one would want to use, but at least they're trying to. I'm not taking the crystal decanter either, even though it's not a medical piece of equipment. It can stay here. That's perfectly fine with me. Can I talk? Can I speak to her? Is she going to tell me to go away?
I need to be with my brother.
She's going to tell me to go away.
Leave me alone, please.
Okay. And I will. I'll leave you. Yeah. Again, it's a bit of a choice, isn't it? Because on a different day, Nika could have been pointing a weapon at V. The lift opened itself. I'm guessing this is how I leave. Is this how I leave? I've come this way because, I mean, I could go out the front door, I guess. Take me to the ground floor. Maybe I'm still going to go out the front door. This could be the lift that I couldn't power. No, it's not. That door leads to the church. I'll open it. It is what it is, isn't it? It is this space with the beautiful sort of stained glass, maybe, at one stage. Or maybe not. I don't know. I thought for a moment that's what I was looking at there, and I'm still thinking it could be. Not just a neon creation. Perhaps it does have light coming from outside as well. Get me out of Dogtown Saints Clinic. I think there are any rooms left unexplored. I think we've been everywhere. Let's go. Job complete. Dogtown Saints. Let's see if Mr. Hands calls me.
Hard work have finally paid off. Starting today, the hospital and staff
He is calling me.
Premium work fee.
Thank you.
I offered to send a hand to remove all those scavenger remains, but Anderson declined. Something about taking a look at them first.
It's an ill wind.
I can only assume he's in shock.
No.
The funds are being transferred as we speak. Your job is finished.
Excellent.
Hey, hang on a sec, Hands. Remember our deal?
Yes, the Black Sapphire. I have an entry strategy for you. Foolproof. Meet me at the Heavy Hearts.
Okay, be there soon.
We have fulfilled the requirements of Mr. Hands. And here we have a message. Heavy Hearts, the building is a large imitation pyramid. I know this. We're actually going to go there? Fantastic. I dare say you can't miss it. You'll need the elevator access code as well. 2589. Pencil. 2589. Now, I am going to, at that point, save the game and stop there for today because I think we've done enough. We've gone far enough. I didn't get to the 4th gig, but that's okay. I'll be back with you in a second. The main objective of episode 56 was to complete the 3rd gig for Mr. Hands to his satisfaction, to get him to sign off on it, give it the big tick. That he has now done. So we've met the preconditions. We've done 3 gigs for him successfully. He's satisfied and he's going to then offer us tangible help with getting to Songbird. I am going to go to Heavy Hearts in episode 57 to find out exactly what it is he proposes to do in that regard. I want to keep the narrative flow of this part of the story moving. There are many other things to do in Dogtown and in Night City for that matter. Gigs, activities that are in my journal list, things scattered around the map which I haven't investigated, off-grid type materials. We're back to the start of this episode. But also, I think sometimes it's just important to serve the story and to keep that immersion and role-playing aspect going. And it feels the thing to do next episode. And with that in mind, I did say in this episode I would try to fit in, if possible, both the 3rd and 4th gig of Mr. Hands. As it turned out, because I want to keep the episode length to 2 to 3 hours, and I think I've achieved that in this episode, had I put that 4th of his gigs in place, it would have sent us way beyond that. The 3rd gig I think was an hour long or something like that. Adding another hour, if the 4th gig was that long too, that would be too much for one episode. However, I do intend to include that 4th activity for Mr. Hands in episode 57 as well. Now, my reasoning here is that I want to develop as strong a relationship as I can in terms of roleplay and immersion with Mr. Hands at this point in the storyline. Because with us doing what we're about to do, which is to try to get into Hansen's fortress, if things go wrong, I want to be in a position of having impressed and won the confidence of Mr. Hands to the maximum possible amount. And that means doing that 4th gig now, before we find ourselves in Hansen's lair. That's the theory anyway. This episode otherwise has been a case of victories and losses. Victory with a small v would be Bill. Bill, bless him. His fast food thing, is it going to be a success? I don't know. Is he ever going to run a restaurant? I don't know. I don't think Stella knows either. I think she simply wanted him to be out of harm's way and happy. If it brings in some eddies for them, if they can get by, if he's happy and she's happy with him, then that is all that matters. So yeah, victory with a small v. The kind of red text that we read about him was rather disparaging. The use of the word mediocrity several times was palpable. You could feel for the guy that he was being demeaned, I guess, in that red text. But does it really matter if they're happy, is the bottom line. He's out of NCPD, he's away from Charlie, he's away from the bad influence. Maybe there is a better future for Bill. Can't say the same for Paco. I'm going to think about this, reflect on it in my iPad after this is over and I've packed away. I have to take a lot of the blame, I think, for that. I think I gave him bad advice, and it was to do with Yuri. If you do know, please don't tell me, because obviously the future, I'm going to be doing other playthroughs of this game. I'm not just going to play it once and then put it away forever. So I will find out by doing, which is the best way to find out these things. But I'm pretty sure that was that. The only saving grace there was that Babs wasn't caught up in it. She escaped. She's got off to Kenya with help. So yeah. That could have been the thing. And the other aspect of this episode particularly that was very grounding was seeing the church turned into the hospital and the struggles and the moral choices that the doctor and the former priest was having to take about, who do you help and how do you help? If helping one person potentially means someone else is suffering, what do you do? And V, I think, summed it up where he said, I would not change places with you. That's certainly true. He's had his troubles. He still has. But I don't think I'd change places with Doc Anderson. Right, so that was episode 56. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be along with episode 57. Some of the content of which we know already, because I've just told you. The rest of it, I've no idea as yet. We're back right to the start of this episode again, where I was talking about being open to things that, are in your journal list and things on the map and all the rest of it. It's wonderful, actually, baking when it's Cyberpunk, that's the ingredients. But occasionally you put stuff in the oven and what comes out isn't what you expected. I can set off with ideas and intentions, but because I don't know what's coming, where we end up, I don't know. We'll see, shall we? Thanks for watching. Bye.